Okay. Here's what we do. We go here. I copy this line. So I'm going to pause the overlay. Did I pause it? I pause the overlay. Paste, enter. Pin message. And then we're going to pop out the chat. I'm going to drag it down here. Going to edit chat overlay to use this instead. And then I'm going to go to my YouTube channel. Copy. Go back. Yep. Put the chat back up. I'm going to say at stream pings, and then my link to today's stream. I'm going to hit the enter button. And there we go. Okay. Oh, that's sold. Okay. Hopefully that sells. All right. What to do today, chat? What do we do today? We're going to have to figure that out. I'm going right back to my howdy. Hey, Blowdy. Going right back to my stim of doing Invisibugs. Okay, let's do some fusing. Hey, Decimal Crayon. Finally time for a stream? Dude. Welcome in, welcome in. You're seeing the most exciting gameplay there is. Made 30 million yesterday from Corleone. Damn. Zam. I guess more than that, because they also got reforgers and upgraded my drill. Yeah, it's not money in your pocket, but it's money on your player, and that counts for something, right? A triple Corleone? I didn't even know that was possible. I always thought it only spawned 2. Or not even. Fuck. Damn it, I finally ruined it. What was it? Tad Gang and Chill? It's like Netflix and Chill, but a little bit different. I sold all my shit from fishing. We got a lot of Sea Emperor shards, a lot of Water Hydra shards, a lot of Ent shards, a lot of Tad Gang shards, which we're making into Rana shards. We got quite a bit of what is happening. I'm fusing. We also got quite a lot of Emperor Skulls, of which I sold quite a bit, and we got a lot of Sea Loomies, of which I sold quite a bit. So you can see my purse is at it's at 1.3 billion now. So I gained about 400 to 500 mil from fishing for max bestiary. I mean, that's awesome. I wasn't expecting that to be making like 50 mil an hour, but at the end of it, I was just fishing with 2 people, and we were just cooking. Thought you had 21 bill. When 21 bill. Yeah, I was a different guy. That wasn't me. I don't have 21 bill in my purse. We're gonna need some more chills, unfortunately. We're not quite done. 152 divided by 2 is 76. 76 times 5 is 380. Yeah, it's half times 2. Or half times 10, rather. My bad, I should have done that shortcut. 38, or 380. We need 380 chills. So I guess, oh, that's expensive now. Rana. I guess that fuse went down. What does Rana fuse into? Can we make more money off this? Rana can become Toad. How expensive is Toad? Not much more expensive. Okay, that's probably not worth. What about Bullfrog? Excuse you. Can you maybe chill out? I'm trying to read some stuff. Trying to kill me. Frog. Okay, Bullfrog is with Dreadwing, so it's gonna have to be worth like 600k for that to be worth. And then this is another. Oh man, it's another. This is gonna be a Fenlord is 10 Dreadwings. How expensive are Fenlords? It's just not worth. It's just not worth. We gotta just sell the Ranas, I think. God damn. That's a long conversation. Okay. Okay, it should be good. Let's get the Ranas back. Let's put the sell offer up. And let's put a sell offer up. And let's put a sell offer up. Okay. Oh, that's a Dreadwing. Hold on. I'm gonna help you out. I'm helping you out. Nice. Very nice. Really? I didn't chop down either? Where the hell are the logs? Okay. We're gonna get legendary in this contest, and then we might do some more Invisibug fusing, so I can put some lunar moths up for sale. They like to sell relatively quick, so whoops. Oh, the piranha filled. It's pretty cool. I was kind of not expecting that. They don't sell very quick usually. How to get more sweep? I have 400. Okay, we can look through my sweep if you want. We'll take a look through the sweep. So, you see I have 727 on Fig. I'm going to have a little bit more on Mangrove. I'm going to have 802 on Mangrove. So where is all that coming from? Hold on, let me get legendary in this contest, and then I'll go look at the stat breakdown, and we can go through it together. But I gotta get 400 more points. So otherwise I'm not gonna get legendary, and that's just gonna be a bummer. I miss out on my forest whispers. You don't want to miss out on your forest whispers. Because that's how you get some more sweep. Oh, one off, really? Alright. Let's take a look at my sweep. So, how do I get all my sweep? Well, for flat bonuses, we're getting 128.57. Hold on, we can get more than that. I'm going to call Maxwell, because I'm on hurtful instead of on forceful. Okay, hold on. From Heart of the Fountain, we're getting 136. How are we getting that? Well, from our Heart of the Fountain, we're getting 50 from this node being level 50. We're getting 10 because I have this node unlocked. And we're getting 38 from each of these because I have them at level 38. Forest speed and forest strength. Okay. Next up, we are getting 111 from equipment. So how am I getting that? Well, each one of these has one sweep base. All of the mangrove equipment has one sweep base, and I have a sweep booster on all 3 of them for another 2, so that makes 3 on all of them, so that's 9. Then I have a sweep booster on my David's cloak, and if you go talk to David, he tells you that he'll give you sweep for each individual unique attribute that you've unlocked. And if you have unlocked 150 unique attributes like I have, then you get up to 100 sweep. Okay. So that's how I'm getting 102 sweep from my cloak. Then I'm getting 57.53 from my axe. 24 of that is just because it's a fig stone splitter. 20 is because I have 200,000 logs maxed. You can see that at the very bottom where it says ability super frenzy. Gain 1 sweep every 10,000 logs broken. 10 because I have a sweep booster on it. 2.4 because I have 5 stars on it. And then 2% because at Rosemary's Forest Essence shop, you can purchase this, which gives you 2% buff on all of your axes, which is 10,000 forest essence. Okay. What else? We are getting 36 from our armor because each piece of armor gives 6 base plus another 3 if you put a sweep booster on it. So that's 9 per for 36 total. We're getting 21 from our tree gifts. If you do /tree gifts and you can click on here, you can see that up to 5,000 tree gifts from Fig, you get 1 sweep, and you can do that 7 times, and then same for Mangrove, but it gives 2 sweeps. That's 21 total sweep from being maxed tree gift milestones. And then we're getting 17.54 from attributes. 10 of that is from Nocturnal Animal, which is the Fanpire Shard. The Fanpire Shard gives 10 sweep during the night. And then another one of that is Tad Gang, which gives you 0.2 sweep for each unique common attribute you own. That's called Unity is Strength. And so there's the sweep coming from attributes, okay? And that is all of the flat bonuses for a total of 379 sweep. So how do you get additive bonuses? Because I get another 40%. Oh shit, I don't have my pet out. Drag. Okay. How am I getting all this? All this additive bonus. I'm getting 57.2%. How is that possible? Well, we're getting 5% from being center of the forest 2. We're getting another 10% for being center of the forest 4. So that's right here. Center of the forest, you can get up to level 5, but levels 2 and 4 are the ones that give you the percent sweep. Okay. What else are we getting? We're also getting 5% from Agatha's power. If you go talk to Agatha, you can buy 3 things that will increase your your stuffs. Agatha's power gives you just flat percent sweep up to 1% per level of Agatha milestone. I'm Agatha 5, so I can get that up to level 5. Also, Fig personal best and Mangrove personal best. If you're in these max at 100,000 collection. So if you have over 100,000 collection in Fig and Mangrove, you get 10% sweep twice. That's 20% more sweep if you have 100,000 Figs and 100,000 Mangrove. If you have a little bit less for those personal bests, then you get a little bit less than 10% sweep. Anyway, but I have max, so I get 20. So I get 15 from Center of the Forest 4, another 5 from Agatha's shop, another 20% from Fig and Mangrove personal best, and then the Jade Dragon has a perk, and it's called, also, by the way, hold on, I forgot. I'm also getting 32 from my Jade Dragon because I have 10 million Mangrove collection, which is 8 digits, so I get 8 times 4 sweep raw. That's 32 sweep. Then for the other perk, you get a percent sweep based on how many attributes you have maxed. That's level 10. I have 172 of the 173 attributes maxed, so therefore I get a 17.2% bonus to my sweep. You can see that on this menu right here. You can see how many you have maxed. It says attributes found and then attributes maxed. That bottom one is going to be the one that's going to determine how much your Jade Dragon is giving you from its perk Apex Predator, which is the second to last perk it has. And then finally, there are 3 conditional perks. They're called sharpening. So if you talk to Agatha, she can sell you crows, and she can also sell you herons. Now, crows and herons give you 50 sweep towards fig trees and 100 sweep towards mangrove trees. So that's why your mangrove sweep, or at least my mangrove sweep, is higher than my fig sweep. And then also, there is the gecko. And the gecko is the echo of sharpening, which makes your sharpening attributes 20% stronger. So these are actually 120 and 60 sweep. But there's another attribute. It's called Echo of Echoes. It's Tiamat. It makes your echo abilities 50% stronger. So if you have Tiamat 10 and if you have everything 10, then this is making the 20% actually 30%, because 20% times 1.5 is 30%. And so then if that's making the heron, instead of 100 sweep, it's 130 sweep, and it's making the crow, instead of 50 sweep, it's 65 sweep. And there you go. There's all the sweep. There's all the swept there is to sweep. Also, if you have first impression 5, you gain 5 sweep on melee, and you also gain 10 sweep when you first hit the tree. So that's some other sweep, but that's very conditional. We don't really care about that. Oh, also, wait, I forgot about this. Also, the pandas give you some sweep. If you have both pandas maxed, then you get 30 extra sweep on well, just all the time. It was either on throws or on melee. There's no other way to cut the tree. So you also get 30 sweep from having these maxed. Okay, there you go. There's all the sweeps. There's all the swept there was to swap. Are we talking sweep again? Yerp. Hell yeah, that's Smoke Crayon. Hello, Griever. Hello, Lilith. Glort Morning. Hey, Lily. I don't know if you're still here because I imagine you sent that message like minutes ago before I talked about swept. But how's it going? I sold most of the stuff we got from our fishing session last night. That's why my purse is up 400 and some odd mil from where we were when I ended the stream. Not good? Why not good? I'm sorry to hear that. What's cooking? Hey, Slushy Bear. I boosted your Cord server. Dude, Lilith, thank you. Thank you for the boost. I think I set up server booster. I kind of forgot to when I made the Discord server. I think now it's a separate role, and it also like shows above all the other roles, so you can prove that you're the coolest in the server. I'm pretty sure I did that. I don't know. I haven't checked. I mean, not everyone, because of course I'm the coolest. More shit from Crafton, Subnautica editor have dropped. It is above every role besides admin. Hell yes. It's okay. You don't want to be an admin. What were you fishing to make 400 mil? I foshed. So what what Lily and I were doing last night with the third, we were kind of helping the poor. We had a poor friend of ours. All three of us were right here. We were all fit. We were all three of. Oh, sorry, Lily and I were fishing, and then what our poor friend was doing was he was hitting them all with the hunt axe and then hitting them into black holes. So we just always fished, and then occasionally our moms would get sucked up by a black hole. So we were fishing here. Now the mobs you can fish here that give shards and everything are Ent, Tad Gang, Water Hydra, and Sea Emperor. And Sea Archer, but who really cares? That one made no money. So all told, I got about 186 Sea Emperor shards, which was quite a bit. I don't know how much that is going to be. I don't know. 186 of this that's 66 mil to buy order, and then it's more to sell offer, so that's probably like 80 mil. I also got 40 or so Sea Emperor skulls. I've sold most of those at this point because I don't need them anymore, but I think I sold like 27 of those. I also got 500 enchanted sea loomies. I've sold most of those as well. That was a few tens of mil, maybe close to 100 mil, to be completely honest with you. And then also I got 800 Tad gangs, and then I merged the Tad gangs with chills to get Ranas. And you can see the Ranas they're coming in. I mean, this Rana is worth 56 mil, and this is like half. So I got like 100 mil in Tad gang shards. And yeah, I got a foraging XP boost. Oh, an epic, that's another 10 mil. I got a legendary flying fish, that's another 10 mil. Yeah, that's pretty much it, I guess. I mean, the Ents were not that much. The Ents were like maybe 30 mil, 40 mil. The Sea Archers were like 10 mil, and that was pretty much nothing. But Water Hydras were not that much either, since you were fishing for a while. Well, you can go watch the stream. We were fishing for a while. That's for damn true. I think I probably was fishing for maybe 6 hours, maybe 5-6 hours, with only the last 2 of it really being focusing on the shards. Probably a lot of the Emperor skulls were from the 5 hours beforehand, but, you know. Pretty much all the shards were from the last bit. Peak fishing stream for real. So true, so true. But yeah, it was a good stream. Did you get the new bestiaries maxed? Yerp. They're all maxed now. They're all maxed now. I got 20 bill in purse now. Holy shit, Lilith. I guess he did 6 hours of shard farming. It would have gone nuclear. Yeah, right? I mean, I wish I did, to be honest, but like, once I got max, I was like, I'm out of here. Actually, I said I'm maxed, and then both Lily and Temmie were like, I don't want to be here anymore. And I was like, okay. But like, to be honest, it was going crazy, because Sea Emperors are insane. Because like with my double hook chance, I had a 20% chance to dupe it. So really I was getting 1.2 Sea Emperors. And then with the black hole and everything, I think my average shards per kill is probably 3. So I was getting 3 times 1.2. I was getting 3.6 shards. I could have done that math in my head. I was getting like 3.6 shards per fish up of a sea emp, and they're 400k each. 3.6 times 4, 17,000. That's like I was getting 1.5 million coins every time I fished up a sea emp on average. And then if you drop an Emperor Skull, if you drop 1 Emperor Skull, you made another 4.3 mil. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. And that's just Emperors. That's not even counting like the Tad Gang shards you're getting all the fucking times you catch so many of those damn things. It's not counting the sea loomies you get from the Ents all the fucking time. Oh, I didn't even check my Mancores. I have Mancores too. It's probably not that much, but like, I had 12 Mancores. How much is that? Oh, that's like no money. Okay, that's like 4 mil. Never mind. I guess I see why I didn't check my Mancores. But hey, that's still money. That's still money in my pocket. I'm not going to say no. I'm not going to be like, ooh, get that money away from me. I'm going to be like, thanks, man. Thanks for the money. I bought some chills. Chopping wood being 0 coins checks out. Yeah. Hold on, let me do. I gotta fuse some more. We're fusing some more. People who don't want to gain hunting XP, look away. No, hunting 25 is so hard. How can people possibly get hunting 25, bro? It's impossible. Can't be done. Been grinding since 2 a.m. I mean, 20 bill in purse is... It's nothing... It's not trivial. How many more am I going to need? 48 times 5 is 250 minus 10. It's 240. No, but it's only 24. It's only 24. 24 times 5 is 120. Hi, bye. Sorry, my head feels like shit. Don't feel bad, Paro. I hope it feels better. Sold some more Ranas, dude. They're flying off the shelves. They're flying off the shelves. TBH. Oh yeah, I didn't even do my fucking... Hold on. My money to work? Yeah, I don't have a good investment opportunity. I don't have a good arbitrage opportunity for you, I fear. Here we go. We're gonna go... Invisibug and Fanpire. Make 50 of them. Then we're gonna go crop beetle and invisibug to make ladybug. Fuck. Shit. Crop beetle, invisibug. How many coins do I have to donate for you to do the impersonation you did yesterday? You just gotta get me going, pretty much. And then I'll probably do it for free. Win 1 KF7? I don't know. Probably never. Hopefully never. Hold on. We're gonna get some more Ranas out of here. Say like 2 more stacks of Ranas out of here. Because they're flying off the shelves, man. Can't keep inventory on these suckers. That's a Dreadwing? I know a Dreadwing when I see one. And to be honest, like I kind of want to go like Rana and Dreadwing. Call me crazy. But I kind of want to go... I kind of want to do that. I'm going to do that 5 times even. Call me crazy, call me stupid. And then I'm going to do Bullfrog plus Dreadwing. I'm probably just going to lose money on this, but I'm going to make them into Fenlords. And then I'm probably going to sell the Fenlords if I had to guess. Probably just going to like, just do some of that. F7P Finder is way too bad. I know what you mean. I know what you're saying. Excuse me. Excuse me. Yeah, one log away, man. Sure. Anyway, I don't know what to do today. I guess I could look for a lava fishing party and try to finish lava, or just try to finish fishing. To be honest, all I got to do is finish Fiery Scuttler Bestiary, and then we're done. That's why I made the title what it is. I was kind of planning on doing some lava fishing, especially because it's Marina right now. Would kind of like to get that done and out of the way, so I don't have to fish again. What the hell? Where did you come from? Wait, don't fly away. Okay, come on. Mocha or milkshake? I guess of the two, I'd go milkshake. You pick? I'd go milkshake. But that's because I'm not really like a fan of coffee much. Had to do F7 on iMan profile, but I can't do more. I understand. You don't want to go insane this early in the day. People are sleeping on the lush lilac for Forest Whispers strat, I think. Chocolate, strawberry, caramel, or vanilla? It's gotta be vanilla, I think. Well, caramel sounds pretty good too. Milkshake or malt shake? Malt shake, 100%. You gotta get the malted milk in there. Oh, I got a chameleon. I got a karma chameleon. That's the shit I want. How much are signal enhancers right now? Pick out of the 4. Vanilla. I would go vanilla. That's the kind of milkshake I always get. Or like a cookies and cream. But of the 4 you gave me, definitely I'm going vanilla. Okay, so let me go to SkyBlock Z. Oops, that's not the right thing. Wow, a lot of people are end fishing now. Sorry, guys. Alright, we're gonna check. We're just gonna wait, I guess, until win YouTube rank tomorrow, probably, I would say. All we need is like 29,000 more subscribers, so I think that's probably like, to be honest, needs to be more matcha options in the West. I don't know. I didn't like matcha very much. I remember we went to Shiiyu, the chocolate factory in Hokkaido, and like they had a matcha chocolate, and I was like, it's just not for me. It's just not for me. I love it for them though, but it's not for me. Ordered, yes. Did you finish Ents? I did. Ents are done. Crab Rave. Here, let's take a gander. Fishing, water, done. Backwater Bayou, done. Winter, done. Fishing Festival, done. Spooky Festival, done. Lava, unfortunately, we require Ragnarok and Fiery Scuttler. Dubai chocolate matcha labubu. I don't know what that means. I haven't had that. Dubai chocolate makes it sound very expensive, though. From what I've heard, matcha is just hot grass water. I mean, some people are fucking with it. My mom's fucking with matcha. My sister's fucking with matcha. I'm not fucking with matcha, though. Me personally. 100 F70 loot, 4 M7 scroll. See what I'm saying? I don't actually know if you say what I'm saying. I mean, it sounds like M7's being nice to you. Dubai chocolate sucks. I'm hearing Dubai chocolate sucks. Drinkable brain rot. Drinkable brain rot. Get the brain rot right through a straw? Is this a business opportunity for me to invest now? You have a tote bag? I'm a performative male. I listen to Sabrina Carpenter and I drink matcha and I have a tote bag. I'm not being the alligator. You're a performative male? Excuse me. What is a performative male? I want to learn. I'm here to learn. I'm here to learn about my fellow man and woman and envy. So you gotta like, well, you don't have to, but I would appreciate it if you could educate me. Sabrina Carpenter method been patched for some time now. It's like catering your interest and personality to be appealing to women. Oh, it's like peacocking, but woke or like modern day. Instead of being like, I have a really cool car, you're like, I really like matcha, Sabrina Carpenter, and shit like that. Okay, I have a question though, because some men just like that stuff. You know, some men are just fucking with Sabrina Carpenter. Not in that way. I know where your brain went. Not in that way. They're just vibing. So shopping. Some men like shopping. I feel like it's disingenuous to say that men only enjoy certain things to get the female gaze. Just like I feel like it's disingenuous to say that like every woman who likes video games is doing it to get the attraction of an e-boy. I think it's mostly a meme, but it comes over as misandrist. Okay, I understand. I see the point. I get it. I get it. See what I mean, Decimal Crayon? I'm not. See what I mean? See? Look, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I mean, I'm not either. I played way too much M7 and spent too much in hobby. Hell yes. Fuck with Hatsune Miku? Dude. What's that one song that Miku sings all the time that I've seen everywhere? I'm taken. I know. That's what I'm saying though. Is like it's disingenuous to be like the only reason anyone does anything is to attract a mate. People like doing things because of the people that they are. Hey Lara, how's the Y running around Forging Island? I thought you had finished attributes ignoring Starborn. Well, because it's my stim. This is my stim. My stim is to make 60 million coins an hour by running around and picking up these little crit particles. Exactly, it's a hobby. Exactly. Exactly. I like gaming because it's fun. Exactly. I'm not buying into the whole societal, like, what's between your legs dictates your entire personality and life choices from here on out. I kind of like, maybe I'm a bit woke. Maybe I'm the friend at the party that's a bit too woke. But I feel like, I don't know. Just Invisibugs and nothing else makes 60 mil an hour? Yeah. Don't believe me? Check out this crazy method. Warp Hub. Warp Galatei. Okay, here we go. Get the live split out. BZ Invisibug. It's 48k. We're going to round up to 50k. We're going to round up to 50k. It's going to make the math really easy, but just know there's a 4% margin of error on these numbers. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Okay, this lobby might suck. It looks like someone is getting them. Never mind. When you see this, you got to jump. You got to hop lobbies. You gotta hop lobbies. We're gonna try again. Restart the live split. Here we go. Okay, the lobbies hate me. They hate my ass. Bro, they hate my ass. What the hell? Has everyone wised up to this method? There's 5. There's 7. There's 9. There's 11. There's a freak using scaffold. Please ban this user. There's 13. $15, 17, 19. There you go. I mean, 19 is basically a million. It's like it's like 950k. Boom, there we go. There's 1 million. We're up to 4 in the next set of 20. We're up to 4, just so everyone knows. Here we go, here we go, here we go. There's 6. Oops, I missed that one. There's 8. I'm not even lobby switching. I'm just completely brain off running in a circle. There's 10. The only thing you need is lasso and high hunter fortunes or anything else. No, that's pretty much it, man. That's pretty much it. And I'm pretty sure this is every Invisibug node that I'm hitting right now. I need to do this, bro. I'm so poor. Well, you can basically do anything. I mean, you can fish for shards. Here comes the money. That's what I'm saying. There you go. There's like, hold on. There's another 3. Boom. There you go. That's 41. There was 2 mil. We made 2 million coins, and my brain is completely off. I'm reading chat. You know, I'm just stimming basically right now. I do this whenever I'm on call or whatever. That's why I've gotten like 100 million Invisibugs. But like pretty much anything is money. Like that hide-on leaf right there. That hide-on leaf is either 2 or 3. That's either 300k or like 400k coins, depending on if I get lucky or not. It's a 50-50 chance with my hunter fortune. I mean, correlates are like, I think correlates are about the same. Yeah, correlates are about the same. Spikes are garbage, don't do spikes. Shell wises are pretty good. Like Verdant and Azure are pretty good. You can do salmon and cod and duplicate salamanders. That's still pretty good. Like, it's pretty much everything is money in this update, man. So you're doing Invisibugs? Yerp. Get warp keybinds. Typing is downtime. Nah. I mean, the crazy thing is only half of the typing is downtime. Or not even half, right? Because if I do /hub, which is like, by the way, it's like 4 keystrokes, it's going to take me like literally 1 second. You see all these Invisibugs, by the way? You see all these Invisibugs we're getting? As soon as I stop the live split, you know what happens? They all come out. Okay, so here we go. This is the downtime /hub. Because now if I type /warp galate and I type it fast, I can't even get in. Like I did that too fast. There's no downtime because I did it too fast. So there's the amount of downtime is the amount of time. It's this amount of time. That's how long. That's how much downtime there was. Did you get it? Did you see it? Did you see the amount of downtime? It was what, like 3 ticks? No, my 3 ticks an hour. Me when I'm an M7 shooter. No, man. The server went to 19.1 TPS for 3 seconds. Dude. I lost 3 ticks. I believe in you, Greeper. Why don't you use the same chat that every other streamer uses? Because this isn't an overlay or anything. This is literally, I just have another screen window open on my OBS. I gotta like, I don't know, I gotta get Streamlabs or whatever. So that I can be a professional streamer. I also gotta get a ring light. What else do I gotta get? What else do I need to become a professional streamer, guys? I lost a PB to lag at Last Dragon. Okay, but that's like that's a niche thing. That's not like for your average money making method per hour time. That's like when you need 5 minutes to be perfect. RGB everything? I already got that on lock, I think. Cat cam, dog cam, foot cam, 7 monitors. There's one tiny big Minecraft YouTubers do. Oh, yeah, like DM a miner? Nah, don't worry about it. I'm not going to do that. I might DM a miner, M-I-N-E-R. Heyo! Get it? Because it's like a homophone or something. Foot cam? You don't get a foot cam, buddy. Sorry to disappoint. Right now I'm wearing socks anyway, so you're not going to be able to see. I'm wearing my bear socks. They have bears on them. That was funny. Thank you, thank you. A homophone? Even the words are gay? Bro, you can't say homophones. I'm homophobic. Me when someone says the word too. No, I'm homophobic. You can't say homophones. Hair cam? So much homophonia. I know, man. Anyway, we got a bunch of invisibugs. Okay, Diamond, so you can just sell the invisibugs raw, but if you want to get some hunting XP, here's what you can do. You can go invisibug and fan flare or fan pyre. You can go into crop beetle. You can do this a few times. I'm going to make 30. Make 30 crop beetles, which is 15 fuses. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know what? I'm going to make 40. I'm going to make 40 of them. We're making 40. Boom. There's the crop beetle. So now we go crop beetle and invisibug. We double dip with the invisibugs and we make ladybugs. We're going to make all the ladybugs, and then we can go ladybug and invisibug again, and that gives us lunar moths. And then you have two options. You can either sell the lunar moths, or you can go lunar moth and any fire mob to get firefly, and then sell the firefly. So now I have that, and I have that. I'm going to go to my bazaar. I'm going to take my lunar moths down. We're going to put them back up. And I'm going to put the fireflies up. And there you go. And that, pretty much that's all from me running around, to be honest. I mean, some of it is from the fan pyres, don't get me wrong. Like, I had to spend, I used probably like 100 of these. So, like, I did have to spend like 5 mil. But, like, most of that was you just watched me do it. Holy. Dude, everything in this update makes money. Like, literally everything makes money. And invisibugs have been 50k for like 2 weeks now. It's been incredibly stable. So, I don't know, man. I just got here. What was that just from Invisibug? Well, it was from Invisibug and like 100 fan pyres. So it's like a Invisibug plus like 5 mil of buy orders. Which is why, by the way, you see me, whenever I see a phantom, I go kill it. Because like, quad fuse Invisibug. You go Invisibug plus fan pyre to get crop beetle. And then you go crop beetle plus Invisibug to get ladybug. And then you go ladybug plus Invisibug again to get lunar moth, and then you can either stop there or you can go lunar moth plus any fire mob. Your options are bezel or flaming spider, right? Or cinder bat or flare. All of those work, or one other one that I can't remember, but it's a rare one. And then that makes a firefly, and then you should stop there. You can go to dragonfly, but you're turning 5 fireflies, which is 32.5 million coins, and you're turning that into 2 dragonflies, which is 14 million coins. You're turning 30 million coins into 14 million coins. Please don't do that. If you see dragonflies in your hunting box, you've gone too far. And then you can go even a step further and go to wardybug, but please don't do that. Don't do that. Is there much profit difference between selling invisibugs versus all the fusing stuff you said? It's not much. I guess we can find out together. Let's find out together, Diamond. You want to find out together? Sorry, I had to drink. I had to take a sip. Let's find out together, chat. Okay. So, oh, that's a G. Okay. GG. So, a lunar moth. What does a lunar moth take? It takes 5x ladybug, and it takes 5x invisibug, right? How much does 5x ladybugs take? It takes 2.5 fusions of 5, so that's 12.5 crop beetle, and 12.5 ladybug. Well, I forgot my X's and the O's. They haunt me. Okay, then we're going to need 6.25 fuses of 5, so that's going to be 31.25x invisibugs, and 31.25x fan pyre. So, what's the total? Well, we need 17.5, 17.75, 18.75, 48.75 invisibugs, and we need 12.5 ladybugs. How much is that? How much does that cost? Let's round up. Invisibugs. So if we're going to sell it, if we're going to sell these, we're going to use the sell offer. Let's say 50k. 50 times 50k. That's 2.5 mil. 2.5 mil. And then I typed ladybugs, but I meant fanpire. Easy fanpire. Let's buy 31 of them. So that's going to be 1.5 mil. So you're spending, so that's total cost is 4 mil. And your revenue is 2 lunar moths, which is 4.7 mil. So that means your profit is 0.7 mil. So in theory, it's worth it, because if you're fusing it, you're making money. Not much money, but it is money, and it's less to sell, because instead of having to sell 50 invisibugs, you have to sell 2 lunar moths. I don't know if it's worth to go to Firefly, to be honest. 5 lunar moths. 5 lunar moths is going to be 2.4 times 5 is 12. That's 13. Okay, in theory, it's worth to go to Firefly. In theory, it's worth to go, but you have to, every step of the way, the volume gets less. You can see only 2.1 thousand insta-bought Fireflies, as opposed to 8.3 thousand insta-bought lunar moths, as opposed to 1 million insta-bought invisibugs. So maybe it is worth just to say, fuck it, I'm going to give up on my couple of million coins and just sell the invisibugs raw. You know, maybe we'll see if that works. Maybe I'll sell a stack and see how quick it sells. And then we can figure that out together. So there's like 3 mil right there. Anyway, I love math stream. Well, I just love it that people are like, how do I do math? And I'm like, here's how you do it. They're like, whoa, that's super cool. Oh, okay, maybe you just want to sell invisibugs, because that sold pretty damn quick. Maybe you should make some money off the people trying to flip lunar moths and fireflies. And that saves you from having to get the fan flares and everything. So yeah, maybe that's better. I don't know. It does give you less hunting XP though. Hey Lyra, how much should I sell my Chimera Estrella for? I have no idea. You would know infinitely more than me on that. I've never sold anything that. Method's gonna be patched by tomorrow? Nah, man. The methods are cooking. The methods are cooking, man. They're cooking. The Invisibug method is cooking. The Salamander dupe method, I think it's still cooking. I think it's still cooking, man. Let me hold on. We're going again, because I want to see if this is still money. Whoops. Copy. Go to here. Turn this back on. Okay, hold on. Okay. 20 fuses of Salamander. So let me get the costs here. Hold on, I gotta fix the formatting. What the hell is going on? Okay. BZ Salmon. Wow, the formatting went horrible on this. Okay. Salmon. 100 salmon. Wow, that went down to shit. I guess if we're selling it, let's say it's 1.8 mil. Let's just be nice. 1.8 mil. How about the verdants? Verdant. I put that at 100 and I put that at 1.4 mil. Let's increase it. 1.6 mil. Let's increase it. 3.4 mil. And 17.6 times 287,000. It's 5.05, so it's down to 5.1 mil profit. So that's 5.1 minus 3.4. Okay, so the Salamander method is down to 1.7 mil. But that's just straight flipping, pretty much. Like, it's more if you get them yourself, because you'd just be doing buy offers instead of the sell offers. Like, it's just printing money. Let's look at Lizard King prices. True, we could just go to Lizard King prices, which are even less, because people are dumb. Like, I don't know. Shit's weird. This update is money. This update is money for people who can read. I suck at selling stuff in H, only good at BZ flipping. Also, yeah, I checked prices of similar ones around mine, but I don't know. I've never sold anything like that on the auction house. I'm terrified by it. People will pay a premium, I guess. Well, I don't even know, to be honest. 'Cause I've seen a bunch of Kime 5 weapons for like less than what the parts are for. Because I guess people are like, I'm gonna sell it at a discount. But like, I don't know. I don't know, man. I got no clue. It's money for people who can motivate themselves to do more than hitting truth and axe. Bro, this... Look at this. Actually, you know what? Look at this. You're saying that people would rather do this? People would rather... They'd rather do some of this. You're saying this is, like, easier gameplay for people than literally just being like, here's my lasso. Here we go. No, 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 no. You're saying this is harder? People are less inclined to run around and throw their lasso at little pink dots than they are to break an entire tree? I find that dubious. It's my new comfort zone. Well, in the same way that breaking a tree with an axe is your stim, getting the pink dots in the sky is my stim. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? My dots are blue, not pink. Maybe that's why. You should change it. You should change it to be pink. Change it to be woke. Hold on, can I make it woke? I can make it woke. See? Look, I made it woke, man. Look at that. Can you give me 100? I recently got hacked and lost stuff worth 100 million to start dungeon again. Can I have, please? I'm sorry, brother. Nothing on me. Nothing on me. I wish you the best of luck, though. And I'm sorry that you lost your stuff. I actually kind of like the rainbow. Maybe I should slow it down a little bit. Gotta spend 1k bits. Oh, so it's 420,000. Is that the sex number? Is hold on. Is 420 the sex number? I always get confused. Saying while having 1.3 bill in purse. Yeah, but I need that. It's the weed number. Oh, it's the weed number. But like, if I gave 100 mil to all my subscribers, I'd have no money. Actually, I'd have negative money. Right? If I gave 100 mil to 1,000 people, that's like 100 bill. I don't got 100 bill. I got 1.3. I can barely give 100 mil to everyone in the chat right now. Plus, giving money for a subscription is IRL trading. I can't do that. It's against the Hypixel server rules. Cheaters get banned. Not even I have 100 bill? See, exactly. Hey, I have 100 bill. I got 20 bill. You got 120 bill net worth, so I mean you got the money, I guess. But like, how do I give someone? How do I fractionalize that? How do I give someone 1/12 of a clover helmet? No, how do I give someone 1/120th of a clover helmet? Sorry, I did my math wrong. Here you go. You can have the clover helmet on December 6th, October 9th, and February 3rd. And then you can have the clover helmet on April 10th. Well, that's too much work for me. That's too much work for a girl like me. Just give me it and I can sort it out. That's very nice of you. That's very noble of you. Can you go into your stats breakdown and profile to show hunter fortune? Sure. Or I can just tell you them raw because I have them memorized because I'm a freak. But I'll show you it. You get flag as IRL trade? Yeah, that's the only problem with that. Okay. Hunter fortune. So I'm getting 50 from Hunter's Luck. That's this node right here. You can you get that as level 50, and then you get 50 Hunter fortune. Okay. I'm getting 30 from my David's Cloak because, hold on, confirm self-proclaimed freak. I'm a little bit of a freak. Every individual shard you siphon, if you siphon one shard, regardless of if you get a level or not off of it, that counts to this. If you do 5,000 of them, you get to the max of 30 Hunter Fortune. So that's another 30. Get 50 from the Heart of the Fountain, 30 from David's Cloak, 25 for being hunting level 25. You get 1 Hunter Fortune per level, so max is at 25. Then you get, I'm getting 13 from Hunter's Karma. Why am I getting 13 from Hunter's Karma? Shouldn't I only be getting 10? Well, no. So I have Megalith Max, which gives you 10. But then I have Echo of Karma. Sorry, Echo of Hunter, which makes my Hunter attributes 20% stronger. So that means my 10 from Megalith is actually 12. But then I have Echo of Echoes, which makes my Echoes 50% stronger. So this is actually a 30% buff. So my 10 from Megalith is actually 13. And then I'm also getting 3 from my Infernal Kudra Core. They changed Infernal Kudra Core to give 3. And I think Fiery gives 2, and I think Burning gives 1. So your Kudra Core is now giving you Hunting Fortune. Hey man, hello Cubic. Like Cubic. Thank you very much, no problem. Also, just so you know, like, you have conditional Hunter Fortune as well and everything but legendary shards. You also get, if you have Newt, Salamander, Lizard King, and Leviathan next, you can get like 20 on commons, 20 on uncommons, 10 on rares, 10 on epics. Also, little bit of a tip because these are expensive. These are expensive. If you don't have them maxed yet, you can do the tech. What is the tech? Well, here's what you do. Once you have a salamander or two, I don't need cods or salmon. I just need the salmon. Hold on. Once you have a salamander, like this, you can just get all the other ones from these two. Because you go salamander with salmon to get Lizard King. And there's a chance, uh-oh, it didn't work. There's a chance you double, and then you can go back to salamander. Okay, it didn't happen there. This is a bad example. But you can double, basically. You can double. Do I have Mossy Bits? I don't have Mossy Bits. I can't continue to the demonstration. I'm sorry. But you get the idea, hopefully. You can just take 2 salamanders and then merge it. Lizard King Salamander, Lizard King Salamander, Lizard King Salamander, and you can duplicate your salamanders. And then you can turn those salamanders into Lizard Kings and Leviathans and also to themselves. And then you can max all the attributes. So that's why, somewhat paradoxically, even though you need newts to make salamanders, right? The only way you can get salamanders is by merging newt. So explain to me why salamander is 300k and newt is 500k. What? That's dumb. How is the common step more expensive than the uncommon step? It's because you can just duplicate the uncommon step. But people seem to not know that or not want to go and do hunting. Which is fine, more money for me. Too many SB beggars, SB recession for real. It is a recession indicator. It is a recession indicator. Fuck. Hello, hello. How's the hunting? Hunting hard or hardly hunting, am I right? Nah, I'm chilling. I'm having a good time. Want to know if flip I used to do? Sure. I'm never going to turn down a flip. Although I feel like maybe it's a little outdated now, but hey, I'll take outdated flips. Those are almost as good as dated flips. Hold on, money's calling. I gotta take this. You remember my name? Splag. Splagnog. Or did you forget? I never forget. An elephant never forgets. Good job. Thank you. You did it? I know. Luisimos. We did it. Yeah. Legendary E-Drag, level 90 to 99, aim for 1.7 billion and level up to 100 and sell for 2.2 plus. Might be a little outdated, but it worked for me like 4 months ago. God damn. Is that really a thing? That's crazy. An old one does? That's true. I guess an old elephant would forget some things. Or maybe even most things. We haven't sold anything? Bro, this game hates me. Should try it once you have 1.7 bill. Alright. It is a lot of profit. You're not wrong on that one. And the legendary ejects 1.7 bill. Yeah, I don't know, maybe some skinned ones. I don't know how expensive leg E-dregs are anymore. Shit. Ooh, a runic vampire. Excuse me. That's crazy. Things are, the prices on things move. They do be moving. And again, I remember I bought my Epic E-Drag for like 30 mil back in the day. Back in ye olden days, when I was just a wee lad. A wee lass. In the Hypixel SkyBlock. Anyway, let me try to actually go and find this a fishing party. Hold on. I don't even have the chat open. Oh my god, so many things. Oh, it's festival right now. Never mind. This people being cringe. Why are we Scottish? I don't know. I felt like it. Just the vibe, I guess. Skirts, skirts, dude. Skirts go spinny. Many people are saying that the skirts go spinny. And they're not wrong, folks. They're not wrong. Hey, my abyssal lanternfish sold. You gotta get that, Splag. You gotta get that. Boom, boom, ba-dum. Boom, boom, ba-dum. Should I sell my mining stuff? Or mining stuff's probably not doing so hot price-wise, huh? You made over 700 million from pickles today and you're still going? Holy fuck, how long have you been doing pickles? Me to the Vlasic CEO. How long have you been doing pickles, bro? That was a nice sound. Someone passed all my exams. Let's go! Yay! Up since 10 a.m. doing them on and off. It's 2 a.m. right now. Would have made more, but I physically couldn't get myself to pay full attention. Holy shit. Hey, Viper. How's it going? What do I do? What do I do? What am I thinking? What am I thinking? A number between 1 and 5 trillion. Oh, yeah. I was going to upgrade these. I need 10 fig stone. And 10 mancore. I already have the mancores. So hold on. Recipe, fig stone. It was 3. Good job, Wasseroff. We're going 10. And then I'm going to purchase fig fortune 42. And mango fortune 42. Bro, it's not moving. Are they all this price? Hold on a minute. Am I priced in? Am I priced into the market? Is that what that means? I don't have enough mancore. Hold on. Recipe mancore. I'm making 8 of these suckers. Bing, bing. It's still the same. Alright, mancore. I'm making 10 more. I'm making 10 more. No one's going to stop me. And I'm making 10 more fig stone. No one's going to stop me on that one either. It's too easy for a guy like me. Wish I was a guy like you. Oh, I didn't even check my coupons. I guess I have enough coupons. Yo. Yo! What's up, Damian Wayne? I gotta get more fig, man. Hold on, I'm trying to get a joke. I'm trying to construct a bit for a person who would say I need to get more fig, man. Guy who... The best I got is guy who's collecting figs. It's really not that good. It's literally what I'm doing. It's not a good bit. Never mind, nix the bit. What's your hunting XP leaderboard? You're 362. I'm number 61. Fig farmers when their harvest is right. Bro, I gotta get some fig, man. Yes, dude. See what I'm saying? There's something there. Is this anything? Hold on, I got a potential bit. Insecure Joe Pesci be like, you think I'm funny? Because in the movie he says, "You think I'm funny," but he says it like, "You think I'm funny, punk?" Kind of like I'm tough. But in this case, he's asking it because he's insecure and he wants to be sure that his friends think he's funny. It's a little bit of a reframing of the same line. It's probably nothing, but like it's pretty good, I would say. Kind of channeling NL on that. I was trying to think like what would NL do. I was like movie bit. Anyway, I'll show myself out. I just put the invisibugs in the hunting box. Put the bugs in the box, bro. After festival, could you craft my inferno right into a hellfire? Have the stuff? Yeah. If you give me the stuff. I mean, I'll craft whatever for you. But, like, I'm not going to give collateral. My collateral is me streaming it live. What would NL do? I think he's playing that horse anime game right now. Dude, there's something... Okay, for those who don't know, there's a game right now. It's called Ume Musume Horse Racing Derby. Fair enough, Splag. But so for those who don't know, there's a video game. It's called Ume Musume Horse Derby Racing or something. It's basically horse racing, like at the track, but in all of the horses, instead of being horses, they're anime women. And so NL streamer personality, 36-year-old bald man. His chat bullied him into playing it, so he's been playing Ume Musume Horse Derby Racing. It was his second biggest stream of all time when the first time he played it, and he had 90% of the concurrent viewership of Ume Musume viewers on Twitch. I did not know this. Yep. And the Northern Lion, the Greeper, his name is Northern Lion, but we call him NL. What else? Oh, so the side effect is that Japanese Twitter has learned of NL's existence and they're not happy because NL has had some takes about weebs in general. And they're not fucking with them, and it's incredible. It's incredible. The Japanese Twitter X NL playing a horse derby racing video game crossover is insane. Classic internet, dude. It's crazy. I love it so much. I've been having just a field day reading Twitter. It's the most fun I've had on X, the everything app, in like a long time, I will say. Japanese drama's peak at this point. I know, right? Jerry season again. The traps. Ooh, the traps. The traps. You're right. Hold on, let me finish this loop. Me when I'm crocheting. Warp Jerry. Fuck. That's not fuck. People be like, why don't you set keybinds to warp to different places, idiot? And then they will, after Livid is dead, accidentally warp to their garden. Oh, man. Ume Musume is 13k on Twitch. That sounds right. Blue Archive fans taking a break from jorking it to anime women of dubious ages to be for the 36-year-old white guy. This is cinema. Literally, though, it's literally cinema. They found his old bit about the term waifu is misogynistic, and they were like, you can't call my waifu. You can't say that I'm misogynistic. Oh, man, it's so good. If any key on keyboard is not binded to a command, then you are playing inefficiently. True. Hold on. I'm going to execute 5 different commands. What the fuck is that? Wait, is that a... What is this? What? The L key? What? What? Why? Why do we need a keybind for that? Vanilla? But why? I'm so confused. Isn't it? It's one. What? Same with P for report. There's a report in Minecraft now? What? What? Educational stream. This 97-year-old Minecraft player is still learning things about the game to this day. The report system is kind of awful, actually. That shocks me. That shocks me that the internal report system for Minecraft isn't good. Get accounts banned? Don't get me banned. Tons of my friends got their Minecraft account banned because they swore in a server where someone was reporting everyone. It's crazy. What the hell? Blue Archive community is total EDP, and it's like the most boring game I've ever tried. That's crazy to me. So, what's the appeal of Ume Musume? I really do want to learn, but I also do not want to watch the video game because I don't know. So what's the appeal? Is the appeal the enticing gameplay? Is it a fun game, or is the appeal that the horses are women, and the women are hot? And you can be. This is a safe space. This is a judgment-free zone. I guess no one here is an Ume Musume fan. There's a strategy aspect with like deck building and roguelike elements, I think. Okay. So it isn't like Unipop where it's like we put porn over Candy Crush. It's its own game. It's a roguelike? No wonder NL's fucking with it. Excuse me? How did that miss? It was right in front of my face. Roguelike is in the horse has a career where you can train it and shit and put it through races and then retire it and start again. So it has a rebirth system. Okay. Are there gacha elements? Is it like there are rare horses that you can draw that are better, and you have to open the crate to get them? And there are limited events where the horse is wearing a Santa costume or something? I don't know what the incentive is to end careers, but it's a big aspect of the game. To end the career, parentheses, in a positive way. Interesting. I'm gonna end your career, parentheses, positive. Parentheses. Supportive. That's the word I was looking for. It took me 4 minutes to think of the word supportive. I might be cooked. She might be washed. Whoops. Nope. Any... Fuck. Oh, I got it. Findus. I don't know what Findus is. The find US, find us, Findus, Findom, Finish, the country, or the word. Depends on how many N's you want to put in it. How long are you streaming today? Who knows these things? Probably until 7. That's when I gotta go to Din Din. I was productive today, though. No, went out, did some shopping, got my oil changed in my vehicle because I needed to do that. The light came on and said, "Please change your oil." And I said, "Hold on, I'm busy." And then I waited probably too long, like a few days, and then I went and got my oil changed. It is a gacha game. You can spend money to gamble, and they have horses available for a limited time, probably every few months. Okay, so I hit the nail on the head. Like every other anime game, it is designed to steal your money because there are sometimes women in Santa costumes, and you do have to buy that. I went to the gym today. Well, then you're more productive than I, but I try. You can tell this person's getting invisibugs. You can tell. Findus is a brand of food product that got a little drama about horse meat that got in its beef burger. You got oil changed? I did get my oil changed. I went to the oil change place and there were 2 women working, which I thought immediately, woke. I don't want women working on my car. But then it turns out that they're humans that are fully capable of learning how to be a mechanic and change the oil in a car. And I was like, oh shit, you're right. I should have probably thought of that before. So then they changed my oil. Oil change is easy. Yeah, you gotta take the oil out and then you gotta put the oil in. Just put the oil in the tank, man. And then it was a good time, pretty much. I got complimented on my nails. I complimented her on her nails. It was a grand old time. We chatted about, I forget what, it was just like random small talk. You also have to change the oil filter. You also have to change the oil filter. That's true. That's true. And you got to change the blinker fluid. And then yeah, so it was like a gender affirming oil change that I went to, and then I went and got lunch afterward, and that was very funny because the worker was like, "Hello, ma'am, what can I get you?" As just the greeting, and then I ordered, and he realized that I did not have a feminine voice. So then he said, over the next 3 sentences, he said "sir" 5 times, and I was like, "All right, buddy, I get it." Gender affirming oil change. Yeah. Sometimes the gaskets of the oil pan. True, you gotta change the gaskets. But only sometimes. He thought he ate with that. I know, it's really funny when the "we can always tell" crowd can't tell. And then they feel like they have to, like, I feel like it's maybe like just convincing themselves. Like, I knew all along. I knew all along. I knew all along. I knew all along. Gender fluid change. True, you gotta change the gender fluid. I didn't get my gender fluid changed. I have an appointment. I got my oil changed today. I'm gonna get the wiper fluid changed another time. The blinker fluid after that, and then after that, I think probably the gender fluid. I was laughing to myself, though. I mean, to be honest, I should have expected it because I went to Chick-fil-A. Like, I should have expected it. That's on me. But like honestly, you know what? I'm not even gonna give that much shade to Chick-fil-A because the person taking my order, you know, he was a little. I guess he was a little confused. But then the person giving my order, she had it on lock. So I guess what I'm saying today is that I had good experiences with every woman that I talked to and a bad experience with the singular man. And because I'm very smart, I'm going to just extrapolate that and say that just men suck and I don't like them. And that's my take. Sorry, men. One guy ruined it for you. That's tough. That's kind of how I feel when someone walks in the chat and is like, I don't like trans people. I had a really bad experience with one trans person 3 years ago, and that's informed my entire opinion of them thus far. Amazing day to be a feminine man. Yeah, you're one of the good ones. Oil change is fun until you got some in the floor / clothes. True. It's true. Women are so nice, it's crazy. That's like maybe one of the things I've noticed the most. Is like, because I used to be a man. And then, you know, I talked to some men. I also talked to some women as a man. It was very different. It was very different than the interactions I've had, you know, from the outside looking in or from the inside looking out. You know what I mean? It's been some different experiences. What I've learned is like, women are gonna choose the bear, but if you make them feel like they don't have to choose at all, then they're pretty chill, man. They're pretty chill. Hey, Hal. But like, what if I listen to Sabrina Carpenter and drink matcha? You're chill. You're one of the good ones. Twitter thinks you're a girl anyway. I'm straight. I love women. Why should I hate them? Doesn't make sense to me. Well, you need to be mad at them because they're not sleeping with you. That's the thing. Hold on. I'm gonna channel my inner incel. It's really tough. It's like because it's a completely fabricated front. Asexual pretending to be an incel, but here we go. I'm gonna try my best. Women exist so that for you specifically to have sex with them. So if they're not doing that, then that's really messed up, and it's their fault, as we all know. So therefore, you have to hate women because you like women, I think. Anyway, you can read all about it. There's some certain subreddits and some certain 4chan boards you can read. There's a lot of info on those. I'm a straight man, and I've met only 3 women in the entire world that were mean, but all of them are scary. I will admit that. They are all scary. Sounds about right. Yeah, see, Mira gets it. Now, it makes a lot of sense if you don't really think about it much. What the freak? Bro, I'm right. That's the crazy thing, is that I'm right. I'm back, had a phone call. Welcome back, Damian Wayne. Your inner chakra. Yeah, I had to channel my inner chi. I had to unlock my chakra that allows me to be an incel. I keep that one locked up. Just kind of bad vibes, bad energy. We gotta get a hunting tracker. I love women, but I agree they are kind of scary. Yeah, and I was really antisocial. So like when I saw a woman, I was like, I don't really wanna. I'm not gonna ruin her day. Women are pretty chill. Women are pretty, but are chill until provoked. Women are pretty. I agree with you on that. But like, so I wasn't talking to women much, basically is what I'm saying. Because I wasn't talking to people much at all. But I was kind of like, I don't really want to like, because I was like, you know, I wasn't like a man's man or anything, but I was definitely a man. Like I feel like people people's perception of me wasn't like chill gay guy. It was kind of like, I don't know if I want to be around him. He looks kind of Unabomber-ish. I don't really know if I want to be talking to him. So then my ex would host parties, and then there would be, it'd be like the piccolos from the band, and pretty much, not to be, because things aren't gendered, but pretty much every piccolo slash flute player is female. So the parties were very much disproportionately female. But so, you know, and I was there because I was in the house. So they would talk to me, and after talking to me for a bit, they're like, "Oh, never mind, you're chill." But it was always like, never mind, my preconceived notion of you was incorrect. You actually are chill. It was never like, I knew you were chill from the beginning. So I didn't. So I didn't get to talk to many women, but then I did, and it was fine. But it was still like there was still a little bit of a barrier there, I think. But maybe that's just my perception. And now it's been a lot easier. You know? I'm just talking to people. Sure, the experience is different in more conservative areas, but I used to be so scared of using the women's bathroom till I had his friends straight up invite me in. I don't know. I mean, I haven't used a public bathroom since 2011. So I'm not really, I don't know. I don't know if I'll ever get to that point of the gender journey. I don't know if women are scary, if the social interactions are scary because as a man you are dealing with the built-up preconception from all the creeps who came before you. Yeah, pretty much. I think that's true. Because when I was talking to a woman, I was just like, you know, I don't want her to think I'm some kind of creep. And then she's also like, I don't know if this person is some kind of creep. And then it just doesn't work very well. It's not the women's fault. I want to be clear, because like, you can take this as an incel way, and me being like, women are so fucked up for thinking that men are potentially bad, because it's like men are potentially bad. I'm as misandrous as the next girly, but like, you know, it's difficult for me as an incredibly autistic antisocial person to destroy the gender barriers, you know. As a tism-pilled individual, I do always think of the creep asset before my own feelings. Yeah, I guess. I see what you're saying. I mean, I don't have much help, because I kind of did an extreme thing, because I was like, I find it difficult to talk to women, so therefore I'm going to become one real quick. And then that's worked pretty well for me, but I think that's an extreme method. You know, your results may vary, is basically what I'm trying to say. It's a lot of an investment, I will say. The cons might outweigh the pros, at least societally. Yeah, I can't do that. Yeah. Or be gay so you don't have gender barrier. Well, gay people are still gendered. Like, a gay man is still a man. You know? Women are probably a little bit more comfortable around gay men as a whole, because like they're less concerned about them performing sexual crimes on them. I will agree with you on that one. But I think that might be a rare case where that's actually sexuality instead of gender. I will say on my own, I get so much more comfortable around a guy who's gay or bi. Yeah, they're putting off good vibes, I think. I think that's a constant worry. That's another problem in itself. I guess so. I mean, like, we're all dealing with we all exist within the context of all that came before. Like, I'm not a creep by Radiohead. At least I don't think. I guess, you know, I can't really be the arbiter of truth about myself. Kind of that's an Othello moment. Like, am I who I think I am, or who others perceive me to be? But I don't think I'm a creep. But like, I feel like also, at least in the society we live in, especially in conservative areas, women have kind of got to keep an eye on their six, pretty much. And I respect that. Somehow vibe with lesbians. I guess it's a little bit less pressure, maybe. I don't know, for the same reason. DMs. DMs. You haven't DM'd me. Oh. I silly, you silly, we silly. That's true. We do be silly. We do be silly. That's true. This is fear of rejection because I'm pretty choosy about my girls, so I don't exactly get many chances. Well, that's a different boat, though. If you're talking to someone with romantic intentions, then that's a different vibe than if you're talking to someone with platonic intentions. I think the concern is that, like, even if something is assumedly platonic, it may be actually romantic. I prefer being around guys, but guys don't seem to realize they just want to be friends, so it's hard. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of like exactly the... Yeah. Yes, no. I'm saying yes. We silly. Because that's the thing, is I think like most women, and maybe I'm biased from the women that I know, but I think most women have had like... I have a friend who's male that's a really good friend of mine, and he's important to me, and we're good friends. And then the male is like, by the way, I want to have a sexual relationship with you. And then the woman is like, no, man, that's not what we're doing here. We're having a good friendship. And then the guy often becomes a little bit upset because like now this isn't what he wanted this to be, and now he doesn't know how to act, and then like things slowly drift apart. And then the defense mechanism is like, well, if I just like assume everything is gonna be inevitably romantic, then like I can operate accordingly. At least that's how I've seen it. I can't speak for every woman, but at least the women in my life, I've seen that kind of play out many times. Hello, person. Hello. How's stream going? It's going well. It's going well. And it's tough because like if you enter into a conversation, like if I as a man walked up to a woman and was like, how's your day? By the way, I don't want to date you. That's not setting a good tone for the conversation. So like I gotta like somehow beat the allegations. And I think that's why when I was at my ex's party, pretty much, like when she was inviting people there, everyone was like, oh yeah, that's this person who's in a relationship. So there's already like a, maybe he's beaten the allegations, and then you talk for a little bit, you're like, yeah, never mind, he's beaten the allegations. But it's tough to get to that point in like a regular conversation. You definitely say that guys struggle with seeing if a woman wants to be friends or dating. I guess that's a different issue, and like women aren't stereotypically, or at least societally, the ones that are supposed to initiate. But I don't know. There's gotta be signs. I think the worst thing for me is when a guy has romantic intentions but acts platonic, like be straight up about your intentions instead of robbing me of that agency. Yeah, that's what I mean though. It's like, okay, I think I do have that problem with girls as a lesbian. Hey, that I have to initiate. Yeah, me too. I don't have any experience with it because luckily my ex was the one that initiated. So like I still don't have any experience with like initiating a relationship. That's because she was woke. She didn't know that I was supposed to be the one to ask her out instead of the other way around. Your friend about feelings isn't creepy, it's hiding it or being pushy that's creepy. I think that's true. But I also, paradoxically, I think starting a conversation by being like, hello, I have purely platonic intentions is not a good opener. I feel like it's one of those moments where it's like, in that one short from forever ago, it's like, by the way, I'm not a communist. Wait a minute. That's one of the first things that those commies say. You know what I mean? Like, what do you mean supposed to? I was making fun of societal norms. I have observed in my living in society that society expects the man to make the first move in a heterosexual relationship. It's also why straight heterosexual people attribute gender roles to same sex and same gender relationships. That's why in like lesbian relationships, one of them wears the pants because one of them is actually the man. You know, like this is why I think that's been my observation. Do I think that's good? No, and that's why I was happy that my ex was the one that made the move, even though that was a faux pas, even though that was like a societal faux pas. I was fine with it some people gave me shit for it. They're like, "Damn, you're not really a man." I guess they were right, but like I wasn't really caring at the time. I was like, I guess so. Just got my Hellfire Rod. Yeah. I'll go to my island. What I'm saying is act platonic if you want to be platonic. And be upfront if you're trying to be romantic or sexual. Yeah, I think that's true. I think that's accurate. That just puts more pressure on men in terms of dating. Yeah, I didn't say it was good, but it's like, please, you gotta play ball with me a little bit. When you watch any form of media in our society, do you see the woman making a move? I'm not saying that's right. It would make my life a hell of a lot easier if it was the other way around. You should recom that. My mom works as a nanny for a lesbian couple, and she always refers to the more masculine one as the man. It's really fucking funny, but I've been trying to get her to stop. See, that's the thing, though. That's the thing, is I think, like, some people are, like, the culture is that you are in a heterosexual relationship. So if you're not, then I need to fit you into that box somehow. You know what I mean? Two lesbians, but then who's the man? You don't need a man in a relationship. Yes, you do. Come on. Yes, you do. We all know. Why do we all know? Because that's how it works. That's how it works, man. That's society. We need a man in the relationship. Which one of you is more manly? You. You're wearing jeans. That's pretty manly. I'm going to say you're the man. Just like people are obsessed with who's the bottom and the top in the gay relationship, which is really weird. People that claim to not want to think about gay sex be like, which one of you is taking it in the ass? Whoa, brother, that's a little too personal of a question, I think. I mean, I don't know, but like I feel like that's maybe like a not like a hello. I think they should change it to who is submissive and who's dominant. That should fix it. So true, so true. Let's recom now. Yes! I bullied you into it. I'm sorry to bully you, but I'm also happy that you've done it. I feel good. No. I agree. I was saying when some girls expect the man to make the move, it puts more pressure. I suppose that's true. Again, I've only ever been, I know, like, I've talked about her way too much this stream, and like, because, I don't know, I feel bad when I bring her up. But, like, I've only ever been in one relationship, so it's my only data point. But, like, I'm pretty sure my ex was dropping hints for, like, 2 weeks. Before she finally got pissed, I guess, and was like, you know I'm flirting with you, right? And I was like, oh, I get it now. How long were you with him or her for? 5.5 years. I was with her for 5.5 years. It was a long relationship. I think I've talked about it on stream. That's so me. Dude, it's literally me. Through a possible relationship because of how nervous I was. I'm sorry to hear that optimistic. But life goes on. You know? I had no idea it was that long. Yeah, we were together for 5.5 years. We got together when I was 16? Yeah, we got together when I was 16. Did you guys recently break up? No. We broke up a year and 4 months ago now. It's been a while. It's been a long time. Firefly, that's what she said. So true. +2, +2, +2. A very rare good, that's what she said joke. Hope it was on good terms, but I won't get personal. No, it was on horrible terms. But I'm mostly past it now. If you knew me back like when it had immediately happened, you'd be like, "Who the hell is this person?" I was going through it, man, for like a couple of months, to be honest. And then I was going through it less, and then I was going through it less, and now I'm just here. Very sorry to hear that. It's all good. A lot of good came out of it. The relationship was not good. It should have ended a long time prior. But you know, when you're in it, you can't see it that as well. And also like you like the comfort of where you're at. You know. So even though the relationship is a corpse at this point, you kind of drag it along for a few more years, hoping that it revives itself somehow. And then it doesn't, and then the longer that you wait, the more painful that it is for both people when it ends. So I don't know. My framing has been very different. I would not be anywhere near the person that I am right now without that relationship having ended. So I think maybe the nicest thing she did for me was end it when she did. How old are you now? I'm 22. I'm 22 now. 23 soon. Big number. Doesn't feel good. Sorry to get all like serious on the stream. God, that was weird. That's young. Yeah, I know. I know. I'm making Zoomers think that any age that starts with a 2 or a higher number means your life is over. Made me feel old as dirt. Sorry, I'm sorry, Damian Wayne. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. How old did you think I was? I missed it. How old are you? I'm 22. I'm 22 years old. I thought 23 already. Fair enough. I've been 22 for a while now. You talk closer to 30? Ooh, shit, man. All right. I'm mature. I'm mature for a person with a profile picture that is a substitute doll wearing cat ear headphones. Just more mature about things. Well, again, not to harp on the point, but like if you had met me before the breakup, I don't think you would have thought that I was 30. Not caught up in feelings and think about things logically. Yeah, I guess so. I try my best. I'm still emotional, but we're working on it. I mean, I think I'm more in tune with my emotions than I was a while ago, which probably helps. You've always talked maturely? Yes. Okay, well, maybe I'm wrong. I've always talked maturely, apparently. It's getting late and I'm getting my late night existential crisis. I'm sorry, Ice-T. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. The neurodivergence urge to act more mature than your age. My mom always said that I came out of the womb act like an 86-year-old man. But it's pretty much just like every story that she's ever told is like, yep, autistic. Yep, autistic. Yep. So I don't think I'm beating the allegations on that one. Finally got a 100 mil gold collection. We're so back. Yes! I'm 15 and I feel like an old, dusty, buried 6 feet underground, undiscovered prehistoric age, ancient Greek mythology prediction relic. See, that's what I mean, though. Is like I think online, if you're online, your perception of age is warped. Like if you're on Hypixel SkyBlock and you're 15 years old, you're like, I'm the oldest motherfucker in the room. If you go on TikTok, you're like, holy shit, I'm so old. But then if you go out into the world, you go to like the grocery store, you're like, damn, I'm the youngest motherfucker in this room. Yeah, it's all about perspective, man. The mature for your age to submissive pipeline. Is that a thing? Are people who are mature for their age submissive? I don't know. I don't know. I'm tempted to be like, I know that's right, but I don't actually know if that's right. My old boss got Vault Boy Fallout as his PFP. I used to have Dipper Pines from Gravity Falls wearing Cappy from Super Mario Odyssey such that it looked like Mario was possessing Dipper Pines. That used to be my male profile picture. I think I've matured a little bit better since then. Then it was Detective Pikachu looking a little angry, and now it's obviously a substitute doll wearing cat ear headphones. When you turn 10, you thought your life would be over once you turn 18. When you turn 18, the same thing at 30, 40, 50, etc. I suppose. I don't know. I feel like people are just like, they're very comfortable in the stage of life that they're in. So when they think like, ooh, I'm gonna be in a different stage of my life, that feels scary. And unfortunately, when you're young, you're going through a lot of stages of your life all at once. You're going through like being a kid, and then you're going through puberty, and then you're going through kind of that weird, awkward transition to adulthood, and then you're being a young adult. But things slow down. Don't worry, things slow down. Once you can drink alcohol in the US, pretty much like that's your last milestone for a while. Never imagined I'd live to the age of 22, but now I'm here. I never had that feeling though. I never thought like, you know what, I'm gonna kick the can way before. Like, what do you mean I'm not gonna randomly die in my 20s? Is that a thing? Do people think like that? Are people in the chat that are like 15 years old like I never thought I'd get this far? It slows down when? Sorry. For me it slowed down, but it's kind of, I went through a lot. I had to take a break. You know? Cause like I got the 1-2 punch of 5.5-year long relationship ending into near fatal car crash, having to heal from that. Kind of everything in my life had to be like, hold on, you gotta take a breather. So maybe I'm biased. Maybe it doesn't slow down. People say I sound mature, but I feel like my life paused when I turned 14. Yeah, so I mean, I'm tempted. I don't want to say for you because you're your own person, but like that's a trauma response. My life froze when I was like 19 for like 2 years. Now, when I was like 18, it froze for like 3 years. Yeah, God, my dates are all messed up, and that was definitely a trauma response. So I don't know if it's the same for you. Probably is. I got like bad Leo, so it makes sense. Yeah. I thought at this age I already was in the coffin. That's crazy to me. It's fair. I got sick a few years back and took a long time recovering. It just felt like nothing slowed down, only picked up more. Since then, too many bills, too much work. That's fair. I mean, yeah, I get it from both ways. I was burning the midnight oil though. From I was taking like, I was doing like 22, 23 credits a term, combined with honors work, combined with having a part-time job, combined with being in a relationship, combined with being heavily addicted to SkyBlock. So then when all of that kind of had to take a break for a few months, I was like, damn, things are really chill. But also, like, I was fortunate enough not to have to worry about things like paying for my bills and everything, because I had a very supportive family. And also was still of the age where it's kind of seen as, I don't know. Things would have definitely been different if I was like 35. But I was 21. So if you're here to save the day, what is your request? Hello, Sophie. How many more invisibugs do you need? This is my stim. I'm stimming right now. Hold on. You're where an invisibug, or you're where a hide on leaf should be. Do you know that? What did you do with him? Don't walk away from me. Get in the net, buddy. Where are you? There you are. For me, it's still 2020. Yeah, COVID was a big one, I think. I think a lot of people's time stopped in COVID. Mine stopped like the year after COVID. Love watching the invisibug catching stream while catching invisibugs. See what I mean? How many have we gotten? Oh, shit, man. Okay. I have a huge ass forehead. You see what I mean? Because the name Hugh followed by the surname Jass sounds like a huge ass. That's like a Bart Simpson moment. Hugh Janus. Yeah, humongous. Ben Dover. Ben Dover's a classic. Benjamin Dover. I don't know if I can say that one. I also don't know if it's a name. Is Dill really a name? That seems like a stretch. Mike Hawk. That's a classic. That's a classic. That's a good one. I forgot about that one. That one went hard at in the 7th grade Kahoot lobby. I have a lot of that, but 0 in English. Damn. Humans really are the same everywhere, huh? In every language, we were like, how do we make a guy's name sound like a penis? Sorry, I got to rant. People really be naming their kids fucking Dick. That's crazy to me. Someone was like, how do we someone must have fucking hated a Richard and been like, Richard, you mean Dick? Haha. And then for some reason society was like, yeah, I do. You know what? That's a great nickname. That's crazy. My teachers would always like cancel the Kahoot if anyone did anything wrong. Fucking woke. You're one friend at the party who's too woke. No, you can't name yourself Mike Hawk. Isn't Dick a sports shoe store? It is. Dick's Sporting Goods. Never had any bad names. I was always cringe. I would always name myself my name, and everyone would be like, look at this loser. So, like, the top 3 scores would be, like, Epic Piranha. I don't know. It's a really bad one. But you know what I mean. It was, like, 7th graders' idea of a cool name. It's like XX Epic Piranha 403. You know? And then someone else, and then it was just like, Lyra. And I was like, oh. We know the nerd. We know the one who isn't cool. And could I always put in someone else's full name and then get first place? That's awesome, man. That's sick. I love that. I should have done that. Damn. I don't know the proper spelling, but that's literally how it's pronounced. Fuck. Isn't that in the movie like The Gentleman or something? It's fuck, but pronounced fuck. It's like a whole bit about that. Usually whoever the slackster/jokester was in the class. Damn. That's a good bit. That's a pretty good bit. I'd always name myself fuck in Unicode, and Kahoot couldn't detect it, and the teacher would never check. See what I mean? In Jackbox, it makes sense to do that, but in Kahoot in school, like, know your place. That's kind of how I was feeling, right? Although, I was also woke when we were doing Jackbox. I mean, you know that, sure. Every single motherfucker was like, some random ass, like, come guy. And then I was just like, evading. How do you get more shards per catch? For example, you get lots of X2 and X3. So there's a stat, it's called Hunter Fortune. You can see there at the very bottom, it says sweep. But then above that, it says Hunter Fortune, 121. The more Hunter Fortune you have, it's just like mining fortune and foraging fortune. If you have 100 Hunter Fortune, you'll always get 2. I have 121, which means that I sometimes get 3, 21% of the time. But then I also have, hold on. I also have this, which is 10 Hunter Fortune towards rare attributes, so I actually have 131 on rares, like Invisibug. I mean, technically I have 134 on Invisibug, so I also have the Echo of Hunter and the Echo of Echoes, which gives me another 3, but that's a little extreme. That's a little too woke for the stream. But more Hunter Fortune, more shards. These much things, no problem. Funny names give aura, though, if you get first place. It's true. Because then the teacher's got to read it. You're putting the teacher in an uncomfortable position, right? Because, like, if Huge Ass wins the Kahoot, what's the teacher supposed to do? Be like, Congratulations to whoever won. All right, bye. No, man, that's wimp shit. That's wimp. You gotta read it. You gotta read it. Mrs. I don't know, Matthews? What's a name? What's in a name? Can you show me which things are you getting that much hunter fortune? Sure. I'm getting 50 from this Heart of the Fountain node being level 50. You get 1 per level in the node and it maxes at 50. So I'm getting 50 from that. David Hunterborough, he'll give you siphoning shards and gaining attributes levels will grant hunter fortune. If you've siphoned a certain number of shards, you'll get a certain amount of hunter fortune, and it maxes at 30. If you siphon 5,000 shards, then you get 30 hunter fortune on your David's cloak. So you can see I'm getting 30 there. So that's 80. Your skills, hunting skill, every level gives you 1 hunter fortune. So if you're level 25, which is the max, then you get 25 hunter fortune. So that's another 25. The Infernal Kudra Core is giving 3. If it's burning Kudra Core, it gives you 1. If it's fire, it gives you 2. If it's infernal, it gives you 3. And then we have the Megalith attribute. That's giving 10. 10 hunter fortune raw, and these are giving some hunter fortune on certain rarities. So for Invisibug, I'm getting another 10. And then, but it's actually giving me 13 because the Hunter Echo of Hunter, this increases it by 20%. So 10 increased by 20% is 12. So I'm getting 12 from Megalith. And then I have Echo of Echoes, which makes this 50% stronger. So 50% stronger, this is 30%. So then my 10 is actually 13. And if you want to see it confirmed in the menu, 50 from Heart of the Fountain, 30 from being Max David Cloak milestone, 25 from the hunting skill, 13 from Hunter's Karma, 10 from base, 2 from Echo of Hunter, and another 1 from Echo of Echoes, and then 3 from my Infernal Kudra Core, for a total of 121. I think I also use my normal last name. I always use my normal last name because I'm a rule follower. I'm a bit of a rule follower. I like rules. I like it when the rules are spelled out, and then I like it when I follow them. Some people are a little different. Some people read a sign that says like, "Please don't piss on the floor," and they're like, "All right, I know what I gotta do." And I always am like, "Why though? You don't gotta do that." But that's because I'm that one friend at the party who's too woke. Hey girl, hey queen, how would I go about obtaining a bunch of eels? The sheet says fishing, but does it actually have decent rates? 2 ways. Am I a freak for knowing this off the rip? You can buy some from Kiara. I don't know if that's worth. Hold on, you can buy them for 340,000 coins. And they are, okay, they're a little bit more expensive if you were to buy them off the bazaar. So you can buy some from Kiara. You can buy 6 a day. Or if you want to fuse them yourself, it's Joy Dive with anything. So if you take a Joy Dive, and you take, I'm pretty sure if you take an anything. I don't have Verdance. I have Azure. Yeah. Joy Dive and anything gets you eel. But that's a little expensive, to be honest, because I think 5 Joy Dives. Yeah, 5 Joy Dives are a little bit more than an eel. I don't think anything else makes eel. So, but that's the only way that I know of. Imagine following rules in the Big 25. Yeah, because I like following rules. The rules are there for a reason. I'm sure that the sign says don't piss on the floor because like the janitor doesn't want to clean that shit. I'm sure there's like a valid reason for the rule to exist. You know? If the teacher's like, everyone please put their actual name for the Kahoot, I'm gonna be like, okay. On it. On it, boss. If I go to the Korean barbecue place and they're like, you only have 3 hours here, I'm not gonna be like, what the fuck? It says all you can eat. Excuse me? It says all you can. I'm gonna be like, 3 hours is probably enough time to eat meat. The Kahoot method is to use your name, but all lowercase, so you don't look too much of a dweeb. So true. I mean, you can check my usernames for this confirmation, but I personally believe that uppercase letters are negative aura, and I think numbers are even worse. Though that's like negative a billion aura. But I understand some people aren't the same way. I've relented on the uppercase letters being negative aura. I accept that some people are fucking with the uppercase letters, but I don't know if I'll ever relent on the numbers being negative aura. I think numbers are negative aura. Like Omarius 18, sorry to do you, bud, but like come on. E-man 6706, that's negative aura, man. If you have a Q in your name, what's wrong with a lowercase q? Some uppercase letters just look good, IMO, but numbers are inexcusable. I think acceptable uppercase letters Q, L, C, horrible. I mean, look at this. Look at that. Wouldn't that be so much better if it was that? God, it looks so much better. Sorry, buddy. I'm just kidding. I'm actually like, that looked really cursed to me. Maybe you are an exception because I've seen your name for like years. So you're an exception. You can have the capital A. XX Dark Sasuke 69XX. Yeah, that's got to be like negative infinity aura. Not only does it have underscores, which is actually even more negative aura than numbers, it also... The Greeper 01. See, but you're kind of based because you don't have an uppercase letter. I kind of love that. But I don't know why the 01 is there. Why is the 01 there? My IGN is all small letters. See, you're based. I think you're based. Using a Q to replace an A is insane negative aura. Am I aura? Yeah. Everyone is booping me. Okay, P, actually, capital P looks kind of good. I think 2 might be pushing it. You know, I don't know if we can put 2. Got this name 12 years ago. Damn. I think you're right. The using a Q to replace it, like if your name was like Aiden and you were like, no, my name is Kidkin. Like this is we gotta no. What about mine, catgirlsteve underscore? But why is there a Steve? Why is there an underscore rather? I'm kind of fucking with it because catgirl is based. And you've adhered to my first rule of no uppercase letters, which I think is the strongest and harshest rule. And yet a lot of people are showing me that actually they've adhered to it, but they've failed a different one. Because catgirlsteve was taken. All right. Maybe we can accept the with some conditions. And I'm just one person, you know. Don't make my opinion inform your life choices. Don't be like, I wish Lyra thought I was cool. I got to change everything about me. Don't do that. You're your own person. If you think XX Dark Sasuke 69XX goes hard, you know, live your life. It is your name after all. But, you know, also we live in a world where other people are going to judge you. And if your name is XX Pro Sasuke 69XX, I think you're no more than 10 years old. My gift name is Mira. It's so annoying. Biggest mistake of my life. I mean, Mira was definitely taken. Like, Lyra was taken forever ago, which pisses me off. PMO. It's on a dead account, too. It's not even fucking migrated. Whatever. I'm not mad. But the thing is, like... I don't know. That I kind of get. I kind of get it. I kind of get like I wanted to have a name, but it was taken, so I had to make some alterations to it. But I've always kind of taken the other side of the coin and been like, I'm just gonna make a different name. It's impossible to type it out normally in Discord. It's not impossible, but it is annoying. If you put a backslash, if you put a this in front of a thing in Discord, then you're telling Discord, please don't treat this like a style symbol. Please treat it like an actual character. So you could type like this in Discord, and that'll send it. It is really annoying, but you could do it. I feel like the XX on each side adds aura because you clearly just don't give a fuck. I feel like if that's your opinion, though, you're no more than 10 years old. That's what I'm saying. If you think it goes hard, I was 10 years old once. You know? We all changed. At one point in my life, I thought Aquatuan was a really good username. And then I grew out of it. Mainly because Zeke bullied me relentlessly over it forever. But, you know. He was also kind of right. It wasn't a very good username. So, you know, he was kind of onto something there. But, like, for a while, I was fucking with it. Aquatuan goes so hard. Well, I had it capitalized, which was its downfall. I had the capital A. It's like Penguin and Aqua. I forgot what Aquatuan meant. I made it when I was, like, 11 for my Lapras. It's what I named my Lapras. And it was a merge of Aqua, because Lapras is water type, and Atuan, which was a reference to the Great Atuan, which is the world turtle. It's the turtle that carries the world on its shell. So I merged the two and made Aquatuan. What do you think about replacing letters like X with A and I? I don't know what that means. Name XX underscore XX is the name of legends. So true. No, like, it doesn't look cool in 2025, so now it has to be ironic. Oh, I see what she's saying. If you're willingly choosing to associate that, it's warped, it's wrapped around is what you're saying. It used to be unironic, but now it's ironic. It's like how people used to say skibbity because they thought it was cool or whatever, and now people are saying skibbity because they want to make fun of how the youth talk. Like DXME or something. Okay, so you're replacing, so like if my name was Aiden, you're gonna replace that, you make it look like that? I don't know. I think maybe you could do that. I don't know if I hate that. But I am gonna be a Fokker and I'm gonna pronounce it phonetically. Like, I don't know if you guys know him anymore. He used to be a person, but his name was Skier, like this. And I mean, I just called him Skier now. But to his face, I never called him Skier. I always called him Skawanner, because that's his name. His name was Skawanner. So I don't know. I've always the autism is too hard with me. Basically, you know, I have unrealistic expectations for usernames. Which is why, you know, I'm not enforcing them on anyone else. Like, I see Tra, Ephemera, capital E. I don't know if capital E is on my list of acceptable capital letters, but you know what? I'm not like Tra, change your name, 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 Tra, change your name. I'm more like, it's a cool name. What pisses me off the most is people name their IGN off an item or something in the game. The fact I'm a cat and strays. You're the first person I thought of. You should be honored. The thing is, like, what pisses me off. I gotta read the message again. Yeah, I think honestly, the ability to change your name every month has just completely ruined Minecraft usernames. Because now, like, when I see someone in a game, like, I'm lyraava, that's the name I want to be called. But, like, I think there's a large percentage of the population in Minecraft that half the time would be called lyraava, and the other half of the time would be called, like, Hasty Terminator, or, like, fucking Hot Tummy Thighs, or what else? Like fucking, I don't know, Sheep Lover 39. Like you gotta, I don't know. Maybe you don't have to because people are having fun with it, but like. I used to have Uwu Gotti 69420. See, that's what I'm saying though. Is like Uwu Doggy 69420. I don't know. Like, cause I feel like I'm a boomer, like a old lady yells at cloud kind of moment. Like, I don't want to be like, you can never change your name, cause like, of course you can change your name if you want to have fun with it, go crazy. But I honestly like, there are sometimes where I get messaged, you know what, Autumn might be a good moment. Sometimes I get messaged from Autumn QT, which is how I know Autumn. I know that's her name, and when I get a message from Autumn QT, I'm like, oh, that's Autumn messaging me. Occasionally, I get a message from Diana's good girl. And I'm like, who the fuck? And then I'm like, oh yeah. Sometimes Autumn names herself horny for SkyBlock mayors. If changing wasn't the case, some would be annoyed because they're stuck with their dead name or something. Yeah, I mean, there's got to be exceptions. I changed my username for the first time in 13 years, so like I'm not immune to this. But I'm saying like I changed my name from what I wanted to be called to what I wanted to be called. I used to want to be called Evaden, and then I wanted to be called lyraava, so I named myself lyraava. But like there are some people like Slin who their name is Slin, but they only have that name half the time. The other half of the time they have the name like Sheep Farmer 38, or they have the name like Big Huge Burgers 6. And then I'm tempted to, because what I do is when someone says something to me in chat, I want to respond to the name that they give me, you know? So then I'm like, what's up, Big Huge Burgers? And they're like, no, 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 I'm Slin. And I'm like, no, 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 you're not. You're Big Huge, it says right there, you're Big Huge Burgers. If he drops more than 24 chimeras in one Diana, he'll name himself to Diana Feet. There you go. My MC name had been Viper995 for years, and I refused to change it. Changed it recently because of the footballer's death for 30 days. Gonna revert to Viper995. See, but like I think that's a great use of the ability to change your name. You're like, and also why it's good to have your previous name saved. So for a little bit, you can, you know, change your name to something. I'm not against like if Slin changed his name to, I don't know, like Spooky Slin or something, or they did an event with all of their other friends. Like, oh shit, we're gonna be the crew for like a month, and then we're gonna go back. That's why I'm still a fan of it, and I'm not actually that angry about the fact that you can change your username. I just get a little annoyed at like, you know what? I'm gonna go find Slin's because he's on my mind now. I'm getting angry. Here are some of the names of Slin, which, by the way, he has had 69 different names. Here we go. Every other name is Slin, so I guess it's only 34. We had Sheep Farmer 38, BFIG9H0ERHGIER, Rocket Boy 39, Munching Trash Can, Akatsuki Zukuyo, Fungus Cultivator, Slyman Guyman 727, OO Jakey, which is making fun of O Jakey, the #1 achievement point leaderboard, Pizza Pies 45, Basking Baller 23, Doomed Fudge, Michael 23, Those Who Knows, He Has No Mittens, Lamb Slinger 22, and currently he is Butterfly Butcher. And now my phone is going off. It better not ring again. God damn it. Okay. The fuck is bro on? That's what I'm saying! That's what I'm saying! I like the Minecraft name change system. It allowed me to change my name, and I'm very happy about that. There are other systems that did not let me change my name. Steam, and I'm very upset about that. So at least I'm happy about that, and I'm happy that things let you change your name. I think Minecraft might be the one friend of the party who's too woke. I think the ability to change your name willy-nilly has created monsters like Slyn. Steam lets you change the preview name. It does let you change the name. It doesn't let you change your account name though. It also lets you change the vanity URL. So I was able to change everything on that. But like, when I have to go pay for something, you know. Which honestly has ruined more lives than anyone else. Because every time I go see r/Steam, they're like, I bought a new thing for my account. And they post their account name and it's like, Epic Fortnite Gamer 36. They're like, I've aged 8 years since this username and now I regret it. And I'm like, that's tough, buddy. That's tough. I don't know, this has been fun. I like complaining about things that are of no consequence and actually don't annoy me that much. I think that's like most of what the internet is, right? It's like mildly annoying thing. I fucking hate this! Ah! Everyone who engages in this should die! I know a guy that his username is his name with a random number. See, that's crazy. Alright, sorry about that. We're gonna be here for a while, though. First name, bunch of numbers that isn't a Russian bot farm account. So true. When I see someone named Alan939848261, that's a bot. So how's your day going? Guys, there's something else which is getting boring. I feel you. You got this, Damien. You got this. Man, NameMC has got to be falling on hard times. I'm looking at this screen like I gotta close it, and I'm seeing 4 advertisements. That's crazy, man. And none of them are for anything I will ever buy. How many do you have? Over 1,000. I had to get all of them out of my inventory. 1,024 divided by 64. How many stacks is that? 16 stacks? Holy hell. Google en passant. Boop. Hey, Miku fan 01. Gus has 75 NameMC entries. Alright, let's take a walk down memory lane with Gus. What has Gus been called in his time? Gus has been called Okay, he used to be called New Zealand Ping, and then I am Gus. We're gonna get until after this. Okay, here we go. Here's the start of it. Ender Manry, which is like Anry, former #1 Hypixel achievement point player. Hugo Rio 3, which is making fun of Hugo Rio 6. Fat Cinderella Rat. MVP Gus Gus. So that's like MVP plus but with Gus. Monkey Dog 26. Stone Phone 2915, but the O's in Stone and Phone are zeros. Super Serbian 58. Aindin, that's making fun of me. Evaden Fan 2 is also making fun of me. Ungusfulnessly, that's making fun of OG accounts. Awesome AJ99, that's the Guildmaster of Quotes old username. I Anru Wonderfuller. Kitty Girl Anri. Nice Jewish Boy 1. The Evil Diamond, which is making fun of Evdia, because that's his old name. Branadon. You Dreamt Fan 0329. Gus Man Guy Man 727. That was the same as when Slyn had the name Sly Man Guy Man 727. Who Knows Capers? That's when he was obsessed with people that were familiar with capers, the thing you put on bagels. He was surprised that anyone knew what they were, so he made his name Who Knows Capers. Zero Jakey, making fun of O Jakey again. MLG Banana Man Pro. Gus MC PvP 4564285. Gustopian. Gus the Gummy Gator. Quotation link, which is our bot in the in-game guild, but with a 1 instead of with an I. Quotation Lewunk. Datura Lover 45. I'm Sherps. Baseballaholic 12. Enma Dreams, Hamburger Helpless, I think it's like Hamburger Helpers, but a little different. Rory New Account, that's Rory's new account. Ojaski, like Ojakey, but with an X. XX Dragon PvP XX with underscores between every word. Ojakey 60 Star Skywa, because the rest of it gets cut off. Klein Wildekat, Michal 130420012. Emma Boss 1. Lamb, but without the last B, which is making fun of Lamb, who had the last B. And finally, he is currently Big Huge Burgers 6. I forgot about Michelle 130420012. Thought I had a 10-year-old message me. What the absolute hell? Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. These are your... to say the same bit because it's in my head and it's basically a stim for me today for some reason. They're the one... Slyn and Gus, like the two friends at the party who are too woke, and they've ruined it for everyone else. Some people are like, I'm going to change my name. And then they're like, I'm never going to have my name. And I'm like, you gotta stop, man. Or else I'm going to forget it's you. And what's really funny is his name isn't even Gus. I don't know why he's Gus. That's not his name. I actually forgot his name because in my mind he's Gus. Which I think is the other problem. When I see someone having a username, maybe I assign too much value to the username because when I had the name of Aiden, it was like part of my identity. It's what I called myself internally. Now I call myself lyraava internally for obvious reasons, but like I used to call myself that more than my given name. So, like, I always attributed a lot of importance to it. When someone came up to me and was like, hello, my name is Slyn, I'm like, okay, this is what they want to be called. Like, I lived with abolishment for many years. 3 years? For a long time. And his name is Dylan, and he goes by that now, at least online. But, I think you can ask him if you want to. I pretty much never called him Dylan when we were roommates. I always called him Abel, even to his face and even around other people. When his family visited, he was like, you can't call me Abel. You need to call me Dylan when my parents are here. And I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. I got it. So, you know, like, that's just how I operate. When someone meets me and is like, hello, my name is Abolishment, I'm like, okay, that's your name. I'm going to call you that. So then when someone messages me in game, is like, my name is Diana's good girl, I'm like, all right, I guess, sure, why not? But then they're like, no, it's just a joke. Half the time, I'm just a joke. The other half of the time, I'm serious. Bro, I don't know that. Except for Gus, it's literally 0% of the time because he doesn't have his original name anymore. Because he changed it too much. he missed the cutoff. Anyway, I know that might just be me putting too much value on a username, but like, so when my IGN was titshade40, you'd call me tit? Yeah, probably. Or I'd call you like shade or something. One big boom for Diana's good girl, peak name. Boom! Okay, Evaden. No. There's exceptions to every rule, of course. I am having the name ironically. I have just changed my name. In the same way that if your friend in real life was like, hello, my name is Matthew, but every 3rd month I want you to call me Big Titty Goth Mommy for a month. So like every March, every June, and every September, call me Big Titty Goth Mommy. I'd probably be like, I'm not going to do that, Matthew. I'm sorry. That's like a little crazy. But if Matthew came up to me and was like, by the way, from now on, call me Marcus, I'd be like, all right, Marcus. I wouldn't be like, now hold on a minute. Because that's a little bit of a different thing. One of them is like a joke, and the other one is like a true identity change. It's kind of the same way when your friend messages you and is like, yo, you're like, yo, what's up, fucker? Or if your friend messages you like, I really need to talk to someone right now, you're like, oh shit, what's going on? It's kind of like that. It's a little bit of a different tone. I think I extremely overestimated how difficult T4 E-Man in Crimson would be. This is so free. Yeah, it's pretty free. I mean, it was free before, and now that you can do more damage. In Overwatch, they renamed McCree to Cassidy, but I still use the old name. I guess, I mean, you can. You're allowed to do whatever you want. You're allowed to call me Evaden. You're allowed to call me Aiden. You're allowed to call me the F-Slayer. You can call me whatever you want, but, like, those choices are going to have consequences. If I've had the name lyraava for 5 years and you come up to me and you say, what's up, Evaden? People are going to be like, what the hell are you doing, buddy? It hasn't been her name for a long time. And I'm probably going to be like, come on, brother. It's like 2030. We got to move on. And then if you're like the average person on Twitter, you'll be like, so much for the tolerant left. This guy doesn't want to talk to me after I've intentionally called him by the name he doesn't want to be called for 5 years. What the hell? They renamed McCree because it was named after a Blizzard employee who got added as a predator. That's tough. Good change, though. I don't know. The crux of it is everyone has the freedom to do what they want. You have the freedom to punch someone in the stomach. I mean, technically, you're gonna violate a law and probably, like, you know, potentially get yourself in illegal trouble. But let's ignore that for now. You have the ability to punch someone in the stomach. That person has the ability to say, I don't really want to talk to you anymore or be around you because you're kind of an asshole. You punched me in the stomach. And that's how it goes. That's how it goes. That's how we all live our lives. Potentially, yeah, it's a little bit of an extreme example. That's a later problem. So true, so true. But some people I think have forgotten. Some people I think have forgotten, though. They're like, I'm going to verbally accost you. And then you go, okay, I'm not going to talk to you anymore. You've been ignore added because you're just verbally accosting me. And then they go, what the hell? What did I even do? I thought we were all welcome here. I thought this was a safe space because they seem to not understand that like your actions are not you. I mean, well, your actions are not the circumstances for which you shouldn't be judged. Should you judge someone because of the color of their skin? No. Should you judge someone because of their sexual orientation? Also no. Should you judge someone for where in the world they were born? Of course not. Should you judge someone for being a Nazi? Yeah, I would say yes, because that's not like a innate truth. That's like a continual choice that they've made. So if I hold my friend hostage hanging by their toes, they will potentially not want to talk to me again? Yeah, potentially. Unless they develop like a extreme Stockholm syndrome. In which case I suppose they might still be talking to you. Kidnap kink? So true. Weak friend? True, true. Okay, whatever. I'm not getting that. Fuck it. I don't know. Sometimes I gotta remember that the average age that I'm interacting with is not within a standard deviation of mine. Just when I can 5-star my Figstone Splitter. You can 5-star your Figstone Splitter with Forest Essence. Gives you about 2.4 foraging fortune. But I used to be very anti-block button. My ignore list on Hypixel used to be like, I think it used to be less people on the ignore list than years I had played the server. It's pretty extreme. It's pretty much the only people that had attempted to dox me or were making active threats on my life, in which you get a few in Mega Walls. But like, you gotta embrace it, I think. If someone's annoying, you just gotta like be like, you know what? It's bad for the mental. I gotta get you out of there. Yeah, it's not much Forest Essence. Thought I saw... Nope, I saw lanterns. Mangroves are so painful. Yeah, with low... Honestly, with even high sweep, they're pretty bad. Waterboard solved in 69.37 seconds. World record party finder waterbud. Waterboard? Waterbud. It's when you smoke a joint in the tub. It's a waterbud. Okay, let me see here. Oh, hey, Zinx, you're in looking for a party. What's up, man? Water, comma, bud? Yeah, that's water, bud. Me when I'm informing a dear personal friend of mine about the default beverage at a restaurant. That's water, bud. I saw you. How's it going? Whoops. And that should be legendary. Alright. Coolio. Whoa. That's pretty cool. I like making money. I just got hit by a fan flare. What the hell, buddy? What the hell? Okay, let me get my rod set up for lava fishing. Warp. Oh, wait. Warp Bayou. Uh-oh. Poor bastards still fishing for bingo. That's tough. Alright, water rod. Take the Titan line off of you. Put the Titan line onto you. Put you in there. Okay, let's do some cleaning as well. I'm gonna need signs. How do I get a sign? Ooh, we should change that. Why is there not a block there? Boom, fixed. That one will be a reminder of what once was. These are useless. I don't need those anymore. This is also useless. Money's calling. I don't need a drink right now. I don't need that anymore. You want to run through it? It's not chum. Performing for dummies on vacuums now? I know. If it fills, it fills. If it doesn't, I buy it later. Okay. Fuck. Oh. Back to back chameleon? That's crazy. I thought you had some in the chest. I do, but I don't want to use them. They're old. Are all of these empty? All of these are empty? It sounds like a good place to me. Stealth, 1. Oh, how... Wait a minute. Stealth / arcane. So how is everyone's day going? I can speak English. I got my eye on looking for a party chat to see if we can get into a lava fishing party. There's Hunter's Luck and Heart of the Fountain. Yep. Now I feel dumb. Sorry. Lost my sanity. Well, I hope you find it. Went from blaze 0 to halfway to 8 in a single day. What the fuck? That's crazy. Should I put stealth on some of my armor pieces, or should I just be like, whatever, who cares? Probably just be like, whatever, who cares, to be honest. That's true, Viper. Better late than never. That's what they always say. Oh. Dang. How you cat at 65 yet no 1k F7 runs? That's my F7 collection. And that's my F5 collection. That's the short answer. World record pace, I think. Trans being Jesus, it's awesome. Pum-pa-dum. And from Hypixel because you use exit lag, LOL. I don't know what that means. I'm sorry to say. But I'm sorry that you got banned. It doesn't seem very fun. Ah, that sold quick. Okay. Right. Okay. Okay. Not that chest. Right. Of course. Oh. I'm hoping for you. I'm hoping for you, Damien. I'm rooting for you. Where are my... Wait a minute. It's bobbin time. No, this is the chest that's not combined at all. Okay, so I can make charm 3. You go there. Flash 1. Okay. Are you Stacy Elvis? No. Stacy Elvis is saying some very bad things. Oh no. I don't like that. What was she saying? Or do I even want to know? I know, right? It does wonders for the mental. Is what it does. Okay, that was good. That was a long time coming. I really needed to clean that up. That's a vanilla Minecraft thing? What's a vanilla Minecraft thing? Runic Dreadwing? Ooh. He tripped. Why not? You know, why not? Anyway. Cleaned up some inventories. That feels very good. This was getting a little claustrophobic. I was running out of room. Gonna have to clear out some more, I imagine. What the hell was I using? Oh, this is my lava fishing setup. That'd be... yeah, that makes sense. This works. That works. What? Okay, it's looking fine again. It's still a little bit too busy for my liking, but whatever. Same probably got 80 seconds term, 5 minutes, 14 seconds. They gotta lock in a little bit, it seems. They gotta lock in a little bit. Okay. What the hell did I do to my inventory? What did I have? Oh, the stretching sticks in the... Alright, stretching 6. What did I have in my 8th slot? Did I add anything in my 8th slot? I didn't add anything in my 8th slot. This is just my inventory. This is how it looks. This is how it's always looked. What am I doing? What am I thinking? You have 100,000 materials stashed away? You think you're claustrophobic right now? Alright, fair enough. A lot of this is looking a lot better ever since I went through and yeeted it all. I kept some stuff as mementos, but for the most part, it's nothing but a memory. Okay, it's a weird chest. Alright. Are legions at a decent price right now? No. I'll wait a little bit longer on them. What should I do? What should we do? How's Hellstorm looking? Did I spell it wrong? Oh, it counts as a block, apparently. It's down to 190. How about Tormentor? Ugh, this is gross. It's a gross price, man. I don't want to buy that. Just don't want to buy that. I think we actually kill these things the way that you're supposed to. Why do I have such low farming fortune? Boop. Hello. No, but really, why do I have such low farming fortune? What's going on with that? Oh, right, because there's pests. I'm very smart. I'm very smart and I remember core gameplay mechanics. Oh no. Oh no. Hello, Zextaz. I lose 85% of my net worth, make me sad. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, when it released, it was crazy price. I don't really know if I want to buy it for 200 mil. I think that might even still be too expensive for me. Might just wait a little bit longer. I definitely don't want to spend 400 mil or whatever on the Tormentor. Did you do the new T5 Tarantula? It's not on main yet, is it? Welcome back, Hal. It was on alpha? I believe that. I didn't do it on alpha, though. You took your combat spaceman. By the way, we got another spaceman. If you ever want to do it, no rush or anything, but thought I would let you know. Look at digested mosquito price. It's up there. Welcome back, Decimal Crayon. Welcome back. It was 6 mil. I believe that. How much does George give me for? Yeah, it sounds good. Oh, not filled. Okay. Mosquito was better than Juju on beta. Yeah, because it didn't have a cooldown, which seemed like an obvious bug to me, but I don't know. Just avoided a whole chest of mosquitoes literally yesterday. Well, the alpha was out yesterday, so like, the price had already changed. That would have been get the Starborns raw. They changed it already. Yeah, they added a cooldown. They're going to. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah, the Starborns. Do I do the Starborns? I don't want to do the Starborns. Yes. I'm not. No, man. I'll set up another buy offer, but. God, it hurts me every fucking time. It's so much money. Whatever. That's what she said. That sounds bad. It doesn't sound good if that's what she's saying. I don't know why we're at peak viewership right now. I'm literally doing nothing. Was a peak joke so true? It's because streams are goated. Yeah, but like I was doing stuff earlier. And now I'm doing nothing. I'm doing nothing at all. I've got something for you. Extra magic find. I have extra magic find for you. Oh, dude, was that the? No, I feel bad. Was that the cheapest? And no, it wasn't that you overpaid by like 2 mil. No. Like 1 mil plus. If I'll give you the 1 mil back. You spent 11.9, it's 10.2. Don't you dare. Well, thank you, Viper. Appreciate you. It's alright. Alright. When I kill secretors with hype, I get like no fishing XP. Why? You have, if you kill a sea creature that isn't yours, you don't get fishing XP. You only get fishing XP for killing sea creatures that you fish. It doesn't matter how you kill them. I know there was a bug with combat XP and hype a long time ago, but I don't think it was ever with fishing XP. I could be wrong. I'm not a big fisher, but I never had a problem with XP gain with hype. Honestly, really like foraging. Yeah, it's a great time. I still like the update. I think it was a good update. It's hoppity in like 10 hours, dude. Shit sucks. I have to sweat my ass off trying to get fucking divine rabbits that hate me. They hate me. I was trying to make the title of the stream, by the way, I was trying to make it a pun with the why do good girls like bad guys, but with hoppity. The best I got was like why do divine rabbits like, but then I couldn't finish it, and I also thought like it's too much of a stretch. I can't do it. I can't it's just, it doesn't work. I feel like the reference would have worked if I could have put like, I've had this question for a really long time, but like it's way too long for a title. YouTube limits you to 100 characters. I can't fit all that in the title. Why divines don't like me? Why do the divine rabbits like cis men? Why do the divine rabbits like low levels? Why do the divine rabbits like the SkyBlock nons? I've had this question for really... There's a stretch here. I've had this question for a couple of eons. There's something in there. I don't know. Someone figure it out. Someone get back to me. Someone figure it out. All right, gamers, I gotta go early today. We did like fucking nothing today. All I did was make like 100 mil or so off of Invisibugs. I was gonna fish, but then I kind of forgot. And then by the time I remembered, it was a fishing festival and no one was fishing in lava anymore, which makes sense, but it's sad. Starborn's bestiary. There's always tomorrow. Oh, fuck. Thanks, Hards. Why is Hards buying a what do you call it? I'm trying to make a pun. What has a lot of bugs? Why is Hards purchasing a locust swarm of invisible? It doesn't really work. Why did I do buy so many? I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. He's a known player. That's known player Hards. Like I know of him. Not that I know him personally. He probably doesn't know who the fuck I am, but like is he flipping? Is there a flip to be had right now? Because like my fireflies aren't selling, so I don't know if he's trying to flip into like a further down the chain. I don't know anyone. That's fair. I mean, the thing is, like, just secretly a fan. So true. He's watching the stream. Hey, Hards. I know you're a big fan. The thing is, like, you know, Damien, I've been on SkyBlock since like day one because I was a beta tester thanks to being a helper. So like I kind of know people, and then also like I've been on the server for 12 years. It's 12 years. So like I just know everyone. It's sad. It's sad. I should probably like get an office job. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I've been here forever. I've been here for years. But I don't know, I'm fucking with it. You want some free coin? You look sad. No, I'm good. I'm alright. Lyraava relic. I'm a fucking relic, dude. New talisman, trust, soon. Like, oh shit. Is that Hards? No, it's a different person. Well, thank you. How'd you make 100 mil in one day? I caught Invisibugs. But like you can do anything, to be honest, for money in the game. You can just do whatever. But yeah, I came to the realization that at least one of my active viewers was born after I first joined the server. And that just, it kind of ruined me a little bit. Because, like, again, I know I'm young in the scheme of things, but sometimes, but I'm older than I once was. In fact, I'm older right now than I've ever been. And I get reminded of that every now and again. Oh, God, see what I mean? Who was that viewer? I don't want to out him. And he might be wrong. Like, maybe he's lying to me, but it's Salamanders. Salamanders is like 11. One viewer of yours has been born in 2019, 2020. No. Since I joined Hypixel House. Since I joined Hypixel. Sala? Yeah. Sounds about right. I think Naiko was also like 11, but Naiko hasn't been here in months. Time flies. Sounds about right. Yeah. It is what it is. Like 25% of the population of SkyBlock is under 13. That's what I'm saying. Like, I got one more year before I'm old. Like, before my account is older than all these motherfuckers. I mean, I'm 15, so I'm cutting it close. Yeah. Exactly. See, there are some 15-year-olds in here, and if I'm still on the server in 2029, then like the versions of you in 2029 will be younger than my Hypixel login, which is just a bummer. I know there's a lot of people like on RuneScape and World of Warcraft and like Steam that have been there for like decades, but like I don't know. I'm getting there. As you know, it happened to me. One day it will happen to you. It happened to those before me, way before my time, you know? My mom's been feeling old for probably like longer than I've been alive. Decades? Yeah, that's tough. Played MC for 12 years. Yerp. Yerp. Average Lyra viewers under 16. God, I hope that's not true, but I think you might be right. I gotta get like my grandma in here to raise the average age. What are we talking about here? Talking about the fact that like I'm old, and so are some other people in the chat. It's under 16 here. Well, based on the previous messages, it seems Decimal Crayon and the other one that I can't remember because I have the attention span of a optimistic, right? Anyway. IB 16 here. There you go. I'm 16 in my mind. That's exactly it. Damn, I got called old. Well, Damien, if I call myself old, I call you old by extension. You know what I mean? Better prepare my coffin now. Nah, you're chill. You're still young. Just like I'm still young. You know what is that song? Are We Still Young by Grant? There's a Monster Cat dig. Like my mom, I'm always like, man, I'm old. And then my mom's like, you're old. Because my mom is like, 130 or whatever. And I'm like, you got to understand, Mom. Like, I'm old compared to those that are just a little bit younger than me. You're like, I'm not even in the comparison stage with you. You're in just a completely different time of your life, pretty much. 130 the vampire? Yeah. Turning 18 soon, such a pain. It's weird to be an adult because people act like everything's changed. You're like 22. I'm 22. When you're 17, everyone's like, "What do you know about the world? You're a fucking idiot," you know. And then when you're 18, everyone is like, "You should know everything about the world now." What, you don't know how to do this? What are you stupid? It's really weird. At least that was my like experience. But then again, that might just be me failing at things that are male. To be fair, most 17-year-olds I know are dumb. Yeah, but the thing is, like, most 18-year-olds are too. Like, it's an arbitrary cutoff. Honestly, like, most 20-somethings are dumb too. I was in college, and those motherfuckers were getting drunk every goddamn Friday. And then coming to school and not knowing how to do physics. Which is fine if you're not a physics major, but like, it's a little questionable if you are. At level 22, got 80 mil net worth within 2 days. God damn, Nixon. 80 mil net worth with SkyBlock level 22? What have you been doing? I'm not saying I don't believe you. I'm just saying, like, damn, you're getting on that money grind. Like, quick. I'm so excited. I'm going to Germany in the summer and I can drink the hard liquor. Yeah. My ex went to Germany when she was 16 with a friend of hers who was a German citizen, and she was like, "I'm drunk." I was like, I love it for you, I guess. Do /PV pro guitar player? I can't. I don't have /PV. Sorry. Stop talking about her. She's chill. I love it for you. I do. I did love it for her. I mean, like, the only person that I know that said like 15 times per stream, yeah. Because I do love it for them, though. That's the thing. I do. Started playing again during Finnegan and just got AOTE and some intel and then did pelts and it was like 20 mil an hour. Yeah, things be... That's the thing though, is like everything in this game makes money. You can just choose a thing and then do it. Like I was just stimming doing invisibugs without focusing on anything. Ranting about whatever. And I was making like 50 mil an hour or whatever. Maybe a little bit less, but still, that's pretty good. I think people expect to be making like as much as Kudra's making. If they're making less, they get upset. Game is free, people just need to lock in. Well, I think there's a little bit of a mental barrier, you know? Because like you see other people saying they're making 100 mil an hour, and then you're doing 20 mil an hour, you're like, man, I'm wasting my damn time. When in reality, like, A, that person's not really making 100 mil an hour, and B, that person has a lot more setup and shit to get there. Dick9 really weird, he looks like a bot. Yeah, he does look like a bot. I don't know him personally, but I know of him. You think streaming causes you to play more? A little bit, I guess. I definitely have been trying to at least stream once a day, which is, you know. Maybe a little bit more than I used to. But when I'm not feeling it, I don't stream. That's why I was going on for like month breaks, you know what I mean? Kind of like 4 hours a day for a bit, then quit and played Factorio and some fresh breath of fresh air. Yeah, exactly. You did daily for like Feb to March, then took a break for a while. Yeah, because I wasn't having fun. I wasn't fucking with it. I went on vacation. I went on spring break to Vancouver. I was dealing with some emotions from everything that had happened a year prior, back in April. I was wrestling with some shit. Your beginning of the year was impressive. It was like an alcoholic's New Year's Eve promise, sober then quit. Yeah, I guess so. But like, I was just doing stuff. I was having fun playing the game in February to March, and then I wasn't really having fun playing in April. I was having a little bit of fun in May. And now I'm having fun again. They made the foraging update. I've been having a blast with it. I've been streaming every day. I've been having a good time. I mean, the thing is, like, I can't stream 8 hours a day if I'm not having a good time. That's the thing. It's like the only way that I'm going to be able to stream for multiple hours in a day is if, like, I'm actually having a good time. And I've been having stuff to do, and I've been talking, I've been yapping. It's been a good time. For a while, I just didn't enjoy playing because I felt like I was making zero progress, and now I just kind of play for fun. It's much better. Yeah. You play SkyBlock 14 hours a day and don't even make 100 mil in a day. 14 hours a day at 100 mil, you make like 7 mil an hour. You make 7 mil an hour. Like doing anything, I think. Or maybe you can't get it, but you can make progress towards the ability to make 7 mil an hour. But like invisibugs are definitely 7 mil an hour, even with no hunter fortune in the basic lasso. I lowball with like 700 mil, but I always get scamming like 5 bill a week. Think your perception may be a bit skewed by already having a setup for like anything? I suppose, but like almost everything in Galatea makes 25 mil an hour. I mean, yeah, like if this was like 4 weeks ago, I was like, yeah, maybe you need to put some investment into mining. But also with my rates, you'd have to get like a 10th of my rate while mining. So you'd need like about my mining, you need like 200 mining fortune and about my speed. Like, you can get that. That's not hard. Farming with 600 mil setup means 13 mil an hour. Yeah, well, farming is a little bit of a different. Farming is very AFK. Right now, you can like just do whatever in Galatea. Like hunting invisibugs is like 50 mil an hour. You were seeing me do that. So it's making me 50 mil an hour with 120 hunter fortunes. It's going to make like half as much for someone with literally 0 hunter fortune, which is impossible because you're going to get it passively from hunting level. And the abyssal lasso is like 4 coins. M3's good. M3's chill. Mining was peak, but then 10 coals in a row. Yeah. Yeah. Get higher catus, you can play M5 and make money. I mean, M5 is the best money-making method, of course. But, like, in the game. But people aren't ready for that take. Played more than 600 F7 runs, but quit after not dropping anything. Yeah, that's why F7 sucks and M5 reigns supreme. Alright, I gotta go, chat. I'll see you next time. Bye. I'm gonna watch the VOD. Alright. Starborn's for you? Whatever. Alright, bye.